intended for immature audiences only.
There's no such thing as a radio rating system.
But if there were, this show would be rated O as in...
Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the crazy soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday. Welcome in. Hello, good, clean boy.
Oh, hello, good man. How are you?
It is. I'm great because it's Go to Jail Friday.
Well, that's a good day because jail's already jam-packed, but it's going to get a lot fuller today.
Timmy and I, actually, I'm going to steal your story. You told me earlier today that you stopped for gas on the way in, and it took you all of 3 seconds to wish the person next to you were dead. That's all it took. And I nodded my head in approval and understood completely.
Sometimes you just know, right? It's just a if you know, you know type of thing.
So go to
that person
jail.
could be in the jail today.
And here's the new thing. You have the ability to send whoever you want to jail, but you have to get in touch with us on X at Man and Timmy 971, on text 614-787-3093. New wrinkle this week. It's throughout the entire show, but new wrinkle this week is you present your case. Timmy and I act as the justice system. We will then sentence, after we hear all the evidence,
Sure.
we will sentence this person or business, entity, whatever, to the appropriate jail sentence.
Look.
Up and including beheading.
I've been doing this for years, but it's really just been relegated to parking infractions, right? Now, those should all be included as well if you have a very, very egregious one. Shopping carts not being put back, people who are poor pig parkers, as Larry David would like to call them. But now, it's really just everybody out in society. But a lot of them, for me, they happen on the streets. Streets are bad out there. I can't drive home. You ever have a good drive home?
Don't blow your wad.
I can't do it anymore.
Go to jail. For all you listeners, it's all day long. For Timmy specifically, it's 3:46. Also, 4 o'clock hour today. Pick your parlay. I got some great parlay action for you.
Oh, do you?
I'm going to help you win some cash today.
It won't be a surefire loser?
Top of the 4 o'clock hour. Well, I am a surefire loser, but I feel confident in these picks.
I'm going big in this pick here this week.
You know who's not a loser?
Teddy.
He's a huge loser.
Jen.
I am, yeah.
Jen, huge loser. I was referring to my good friend, been watching all year, been rooting all year.
Oh,
Halliburton and the Pacers. My God. My God.
I mean, you've been studying the Indiana Pacers all year long.
I saw
Look at 'em
something
now.
on the Twitter, just as I was coming in here, one of these reputable sites that I follow. Certainly not one of these jiggling booby sites.
No, you don't.
Asking the question, hey, last shot of the game, who you going with? Halliburton or Reggie Miller? Why are we asking this question now? As good as Reggie Miller was. He's a Hall of Famer. He's great. He's a terrific broadcaster, too. He's a fine, clean boy. He likes Wendy's. All that good stuff. How do you take the ball out of this guy's hands right now?
And his dad will yell in your face if you try to mess with him.
I mean, of all the clutch shooters that we've seen, right? And I'm the biggest Michael Jordan fan in the world. No one's going to argue that Michael wasn't clutch, because he was.
Michael was clutch.
Whether it's LeBron, whether it's Robert Ory would hit. I'm dead serious.
Big shot Bob,
he
baby.
hit big shots.
Ray
Allen hit big shots.
Big shots.
Tony Kukoc hit big shots. Okay.
And Scottie Pippen got pissed about it.
Halliburton is on another planet right now.
Oh, man.
This Pacer team down double digits again late in that game. They don't care. Nothing phases them. I'm in awe of this team.
They didn't. You want to know for how many seconds they had the lead in this basketball game, the Indiana Pacers?
0.3 seconds.
0.3 seconds
Yes.
when he hit the shot. That's it. I saw another thing, too. A Pacers fan posted this up. It is, and this tells you how efficient Tyrese Halliburton is in these moments. I'm not entirely sure how many examples there were, but 14 shots. He had a chance to tie or take the lead in the last 2 minutes this entire season. He made 12 of those attempts. 12 for 14 in shots to tie or take the lead in the final 2 minutes. That, if they had an award for most clutch player in the NBA, he'd be getting it. He'd be winning it.
I have fallen in love with this team. And I'm a guy who doesn't pay attention to the NBA from jump. I haven't watched anything this year. I was captivated with that last night. You've got me, at least for game 2. I don't know for the rest of the series if you're going to get me. And this is the thing, too. Everybody's asking, and I saw David Silver, not him, Adam Silver, not David Stern / Adam Silver.
No, Sterny Silver, yeah.
Adam Silver,
Alien.
built in a lab. They continue to ask him about, oh, you worried about the ratings for this finals? Oh, ratings. Why do we care so much? If you're a basketball fan, why do you care if your neighbor down the street is watching this game? I didn't knock on my neighbor's door after that game and say, were you watching? Why not? Right? Just watch and enjoy. Don't worry about the narrative that people in New York don't care, Boston don't care. If you sit down and you enjoy the game, what does that matter what the rating is? I was thoroughly entertained. I can get the rating today that showed me that 7 people watched that game. It did not diminish my entertainment value last night.
I would like to say this to all the fine football fans that love the United Football League as well. Just watch. So what that nobody else likes to watch? You like that football? You soak it in.
Well,
those naysayers
there is
out
a
there.
reason to care about that because if people don't watch or attend,
they make it go bye-bye?
That league goes bye-bye. The NBA is not going bye-bye.
For the spring football leagues, I still go back to one of my favorite Norm stand-ups. I think that was part of Norm at the ESPYs, actually, when Turner was looking to start one of those leagues. Not much is known at this point about this new league, other than it will suck.
It will suck.
We know that it will suck. Did you also realize that NBA teams, until this instance last night, were 0-182 when trailing by 9 or more points in the final 3 minutes of a finals game? Make that 1-182 because the Pacers, if there's a couple minutes on that scoreboard, they are not out. They are not out. On that clock, I mean. They can do it. Your guy, Fishy Halliburton, he is a budding superstar. He's going to be at superstar status.
He's not a budding superstar. He's a superstar right now. He's transformed himself. What he's able to do in this postseason, he's a household name. You got an idiot like me tuning in to watch, you're a superstar.
Halliburton's just got to become a more fluid and efficient scorer, but what he can do when the game is on the line is simply incredible. And he's always been one of the best assist man guys for the last 2 or 3 seasons. So here we are.
Adam Silver was also holding court with the media yesterday. He was talking about potential expansion. I have talked about this for 22 years almost on this radio station. I don't know why the city of Columbus doesn't put themselves forward more often. We have a lot to offer. And then I will always get the angry, terse responses from the Greater Columbus Sports Commission saying, we're doing it, we're trying. You're not trying. Hire different people. You're not doing a good enough job. Although, in this situation, because Adam Silver said, yeah, I think the owners are inclined to vote for expansion. Oh, you think so? Considering you have 2 markets that essentially you're going to go to in Vegas and Seattle. Nobody else has a shot, I don't think, in this round.
You know, one thing that I actually do think of when I see Oklahoma City making the run, and this isn't the first time that Oklahoma City has had a run. I mean, they were able to get the Seattle Supersonics to move to their town. They got their professional franchise for being a mid-market city. They were in the running to get that expansion team in the National Hockey League the same time that the Columbus Blue Jackets were forming. They were one of the finalist cities.
I forgot all about that.
They were one of the finalist cities, remember, to get the expansion team. And, I mean, Columbus had a little bit more to offer from a population standpoint and from a business standpoint in their setup. So I always think about this. Will they win their world championship. I mean, obviously they are in a far better position to do so. Still a favorite to win this series, and the Jackets missed the playoffs this past year, but it's something that's always on my mind when Oklahoma City makes a deep run to the finals.
Do you know what the NBA owners stand to make off of a 2-team expansion? I mean, we're talking about a franchise expansion fee of at least $5 billion each.
Unbelievable.
Each.
And does that just get distributed evenly to the teams?
Yes.
Simple as that?
Yes.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
You know what? Why are we asking for public funding to build new arenas? We're getting that kind of cash.
Want to know why we ask for it? Because most of the time you get it.
That's right.
That's why.
You got to put a stop to it.
So,
no.
As much as I can't stand some of these owners for asking, the problem is, and here, I got a story right here. Voice is good again today. Browns and Bengals rating the lost and found of local government. I'll talk about that next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
If you need to use southbound 270's off-ramp to Tuttle Crossing Boulevard on the West Outer Belt, you should know that it's partially blocked right now due to some police activity, so you might want to seek another route. And we've got an accident that's on the right shoulder of southbound 315 at 670 that's causing some holdup. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota construction equipment featuring durable Kubota engines, more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. The Kubota construction lineup shows up ready to work every day. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, or save up to $4,500. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by Columbus Equipment in Columbus, Dayton, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota construction equipment, or check them out online at ColumbusEquipment.com.
We could tell you what makes Giant Eagle special, but we think our customers say it best.
I love the fresh produce. I love the fresh meat.
I'm pretty sure the fish guy knows me by now. We're buds.
I love to grill. That alone keeps me coming back.
The people that work here are so nice and so helpful.
Everybody loves the cakes from Giant Eagle.
On every shelf, in every department, we're always going for better because being your Giant Eagle matters.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
This is my Giant Eagle.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Hey, it's Anthony Rothman for Orthopedic One, Central Ohio's most trusted orthopedic practice. They helped me with my elbow pain, and I'm back on the course. Find a physician or location near you at orthopedic1.com. Orthopedic One. This is where you go to get better.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and, of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
Most radio stations suck. Here's why. They don't invest in local programming. We're live and local 14 hours a day. You can rest assured that every stupid thing we say is 100% local. Homegrown dumb since day one. The Fan.
Hey there, I'm Brad. I'm about to win the Tuesday Night Bowling League Championship. I'm also a highway worker for the Ohio Department of Transportation. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can bowl the winning strike with my buddies.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. Remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Brought to you by ODOT, USDOT, NHTSA, and ODPS.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Common Man here for Universal Windows Direct. There are a lot of window companies out there, so why choose Universal Windows Direct? Let me tell you. First of all, I told you so. Also, you can get payments as low as $99 a month or no payments and no interest for an entire year. That gives you a full year to enjoy the comfort, savings, and curb appeal before you ever make a payment. Schedule your free assessment today, 614-502-5220, or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We will see showers on and off throughout the day and isolated thunderstorms. Otherwise, most of the day will be mostly cloudy to cloudy skies with highs in the low 80s. For tonight, down into the 60s overnight, and then we see clearing going into your Saturday, with Saturday mostly to partly sunny and our highs getting into the upper 70s. Great start to the weekend. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Their favorite basketball players are Leaky Black and Grady Dick.
That is childish nonsense.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Who should we send to jail today? Please share with us. Tweet us at Man and Timmy 971. Text the burner phone 614-787-3093.
Man, before you go on, there was a guy that could have been on his way to jail months ago. Do you remember Jose Luis Ballester? Does that name ring a bell to you? Think Masters Week. What did someone do?
Oh, is that the pee-pee guy?
Yeah, the pisser
guy.
He peed in Rays Creek. He just took it out and peed in Rays Creek right there in the middle of his round. That's what we remember him for. And he declined a Corn Ferry Tour card earlier this week. There were reports. And his move to live golf reportedly is imminent.
Who the hell is this guy?
He's the peer guy.
I know, but he's not any good. Why does Liv want him?
No, I mean, he's a college golf star. So, I guess he's going to get a sack of cash to play where you don't have to earn it through playing in Corn Ferry Tour events and trying to get your way up to PGA Tour status.
He had to go. What's he supposed to do?
You got to go.
You get uromycetitis and then you die. That's what happens if you hold it.
Jeff Goldblum said, you got to go. You got to go.
The Browns and Bengals hope to pay for their new stadium in part with state-issued bonds. But Senate Republicans in the state of Ohio have a different idea. Via the plain dealer, the initial budget of the Senate's GOP's proposal for the state budget would include raiding the unclaimed property fund. It currently has $4.8 billion. A total of $1.7 billion would be removed. $600 million going to the Browns and $1.1 billion devoted to other stadium projects, including proposed upgrades to the Bengals stadium. There are people who are not for this, and we don't know if the governor is going to be for it or not. He has not announced that yet. I fundamentally, and I've said this for years, have a problem with public money being used to fund stadiums unless it is directly on a ballot. And before I start getting messages from you, yes, I had the same problem when the city of Columbus and Franklin County bailed out Nationwide Arena. It was not put forth to the voters. A lot of people have said, well, this is just, it's like the lost and found. It's not even real money. Of course it's real money.
Unclaimed money.
It's not like they were going to have a
do some good
bonfire with it and, oh, it's not even real. Let's just light it on fire.
It's not drug money that's sitting there.
Right. This is money that you could use to fund other things in the state of Ohio.
What was the quote in there from the Cuyahoga County Executive Director? Said that, this kind of money can pay for Medicaid or Medicare for 50,000 Ohio residents, somewhere in the neighborhood of that. It's a lot of money that you're talking about. And to think that it just can come from some other fund like this is a little unnerving.
Well, the way they get around
it
now is you can't just build a stadium anymore. You have to build a neighborhood, right? You can't just say, I'm going to build this stadium. It has to be, I got to build these stadiums.
But what's around
apartments
it? You got to have some shopping.
Restaurants.
Yeah.
And then they tie that all in and say, well, why should we have to pay for this? Because it's going to be part of this bigger project, and that's good for the public. So we're in there, too. We should be treated just like pins.
Mechanical?
Yeah.
we're
right
like
there.
pins.
We're just a tenant.
That's
right?
all we are.
You build it, we'll come.
Build it around the Bogey Inn that's coming in 2026. That'll bring the people.
I haven't seen them doing anything over there.
They better get cracking.
Well, I mean, they had the
tent party. How'd it go? Any arrests?
I wasn't there.
I didn't hear anything about
Usually
it.
there's a former Buckeye that's tased at least once a weekend.
Sure.
On Memorial Weekend.
How much public pissing do you think went on there?
There's a lot of pissing.
Was Jose Luis
a lot of damn
Ballester out
pissing.
there? Yeah. Pissing and moaning?
Bad news for a Big Ten football player, Oregon wide receiver Evan Stewart. He's a stud guy. Like, you can make a case that he's top 3 wide receivers in this conference.
He's a good player.
He apparently tore a knee ligament, and there's a chance he's going to be out for the entire season.
And Oregon is right there in the mix, too. I mean, we were talking about this yesterday, where you're going to take a look at the ESPN FPI, and Texas is likely going to be the number 1 team and the favorite to win the national championship. Ohio State certainly going to get some of those odds, too. But I don't know. This does feel like a team, or I'm sorry, this feels like a season coming up where all these teams have incurred so much change. Obviously, with Oregon, their quarterback situation, where Dylan Gabriel's on with the Cleveland Browns now. They got this issue at wide receiver. They got a lot of talent, though. I mean, don't get me wrong. Oregon is that kind of team where one guy goes down, they switch quarterbacks. They're kind of getting into more like an Ohio State mode where they just recharge. They've got guys that are coming up in the cycle now.
Carried away.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. How big is your group of teams that could win a championship this year? Is it big? A little bit bigger than 5?
Well, let's name it.
I'm thinking of Georgia, Texas, Bama, Ohio State, Oregon.
Well, you're at 5 right there.
Maybe Penn State.
Yeah, you have
a little bit of love in that mix.
I don't think they will.
They're another, and I think you said this about Texas yesterday, and I'm in the same boat with Penn State. You've got to see it. It would be really, really difficult for me to put a lot of money and bank that Penn State, just because their quarterback is staying over, and he's a big guy with a strong arm, and some people want you to believe that he's the number 1 overall pick next year.
Piece of garbage.
Okay, all well and good.
He's a bum.
We're talking about James Franklin first coaching this team to beat Ohio State, and then trying to figure out how to make their way all the way through the college football playoff without incurring the loss. It's a stretch for me, knowing that guy as the coach. What's his record against the Buckeyes?
Bad.
1-10 now?
Bad.
1-9 or 1-10?
Stanley Cup final, game 2 tonight.
Hope it's another banger.
8 o'clock. Stars, by the way, it has nothing to do with Stanley Cup finals, but I saw the Stars fired Pete DeBoer.
They did. Knicks fire Tibbs. Stars fire their guy.
They got to the West Finals, and they, lose to the Oilers, who are playing in this Cup final, and they get fired. I'm sure that the nuance of this is being argued in Dallas and around NHL circles, but from an outsider looking in, it's nice to have standards, isn't it?
I was thinking about this for the Bengals, right?
My God.
Would they ever fire Zach Taylor? I mean, give me a break. They go to 3 straight AFC championships. They would not fire him for never getting over the hump. They'd give him a 10-year extension.
If he limps out of the gate again with a 1-5 or a 2-5, there's no way you can justify that. Every single year he craps himself early in the season.
For all of their fans' sake, I don't want to see that happen, because even if they do it again, I don't believe they'll act on it. I truly don't. He gets to sit there and fire everybody else on that staff, bring in a new defensive coordinator, fire offensive line coach, whoever, whatever parts of the team were slacking. It's not on you because you went to one Super Bowl and you were close against the Rams. You got Joe Burrow who fell in your lap. Number 1 overall pick, a transcendent quarterback. That's why you're up there. He holds them back, in my opinion. And this is different than Tibbs. This guy went to 3 consecutive Western Conference Finals, and they got drilled this time. So I kind of get it there. They do have standards. That's nice.
I hate the Stars. Stupid uniforms that burn my retinas.
They are kind of.
They got those highlighter uniforms they wear with the neon green.
Yeah, even the regular ones. You're right.
T-bone
green, white, and
it
black
because he loves it so much. Everything that's gaudy.
He likes those.
Oh, he wants a color Lamborghini just like those uniforms.
Well, I mean, if we had to pick a gaudy color, I guess the neon. I did pick a neon green Lamborghini earlier in the week, but I don't like those uniforms. I don't like the Seattle Seahawks uniforms either. I think those are stupid. With the old Cortez.
T-Bone loves those,
with
too.
With the Cortez Kennedy era unis that they have, the Jim Zorns. Give me a break. Why don't they wear those all the time?
Guardians and Astros tonight. Bad news. Shane Bieber was scratched from his rehab start tonight. He has soreness in the elbow, the very elbow that he had Tommy John on.
Was he going to be AA or AAA?
I don't know where the hell
Bieber.
it was. I think it was AA. Was it?
That's what I was going to say. I was talking to somebody with the Clippers. There's a chance he could be there on their next homestand.
Well, not if he just got scratched tonight because the elbow hurts.
Well, I'm saying if he is still going to stay on track, so he's not pitching tonight, that doesn't mean the whole thing is shot. At least we hope. We hope that this is just a temporary setback for Shane, and he'll get back to it next week.
That happens a lot. Temporary elbow soreness.
It was Tommy John. So it could just be blown out for good.
That's a shame.
Cy Young guy.
You don't like to see it.
It sucks. It does.
You know who you can give the ball to if you need to? Klube. Corey Kluber. He's there, Teddy.
2-time Cy Young.
What are your Reds doing this weekend? Hosting the D-backs.
Diamondbacks, yeah.
The D what?
D-bags.
Yep.
D-backs.
Mm-hmm.
More proof that college football coaches are crazy coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Traffic is moving a little bit slow on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 315 and 71. And you're also going to hit some slower traffic on southbound 71 on the north side between East Broad Street and I-70. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, leaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
All your favorite summer flavors are a good deal better at Meijer. Great for the grilled prime cuts of fresh from Meijer pork shoulder butt roast or buy one get one free. Assorted varieties of General Mills mid-size cereals are $1.99 each. Tender bulk sweet corn is 5 for $2. And select varieties of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce or marinade and Ken's dressing are all 2 for $5. Take time to enjoy the chillin' by the grill good life all summer long with Meijer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and so are the summer savings at RCD RV. Don't miss RCD RV's summer kickoff sale running June 7th through the 21st. New RVs starting as low as $12,995. Now's the time to make a splash this summer. Hurry in. Those deals will not last long. Find unbeatable savings, unforgettable fun, and everything you need to hit the road at RCDRV.com. Visit our locations, Delaware, Heath, and Pataskala, or shop online anytime at RCDRV.com. Common
Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
One watches QVC religiously. The other studies Paige Spirinak's golf swing. This is Man and Timmy.
Subscribe to the podcast of this dumb show. It's available wherever you get your dumb podcasts. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast brought to you by our friends Care Heating and Cooling.
Go to Jail is coming up here in the next segment at 3:46. We would like you to send us your jailbirds all show long at Man and Timmy 971. That's on Twitter and X. And text the burner phone, 614-787-3093. College football coaches, they be crazy, right? We've talked about that for a long, long time. This story here, boy, does this sum it up. So AJ McCarron was speaking, and AJ McCarron was obviously a hotshot high school football recruit. And as Nick Saban was building that thing at Alabama, as you can imagine, it was really, really important that they sealed the deal on their star recruit, AJ McCarron. So he was sharing the story, AJ was, on his podcast, Dynasty. It's really a funny story about how Nick Saban, Lane Kiffin, and Jeremy Pruitt all sort of intertwined.
Before you start telling the story.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have long said that football coaches in general, professional, college, position coach, they're all nutcases. All of them. You have to be to do this job successfully. You know, as much as maybe you listen to Ryan Day, like he seems like a down-to-earth. He's not. He's a nut. Now, maybe he's
a good nut, though.
I didn't say he wasn't a good nut.
Right.
But he's a nut. Remember, he didn't know it was Halloween last year. They asked him, like, hey, any Halloween plans? What? Who? You know, today's Halloween. What? What's that? Trick or treat? He doesn't know what the hell's going on.
That was pretty wild. He didn't know. He didn't know that it was on that day. And the day was October 31st.
And I know I'm talking about football coaches, but now we're just in coaches in general. Thad Matta took the job here at Ohio State. We had him on the show. We asked Thad Matta, what was the last movie you saw in the theater?
The Godfather?
Star Wars is what he said. Star Wars. These guys aren't well-adjusted people. That's why I find it hilarious when they're done and they want to run for public office and try and convince you they know how to fix things. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They are so tunnel-focused on football and what they have to do to succeed. They have no idea how the rest of the world works. Now, that I've said that all, Timmy, tell the story.
Can I break some news, though, about guys like you and me who also do this for a living? We're nuts as well. Completely unhinged.
But I tell you that I'm nuts.
We don't try to sugarcoat that.
Right. I'm not trying to pretend to be a glorified guidance counselor.
No.
I'm a nutcase who takes medication.
We could give some advice, though. We'd also like to put some people in jail, things like that. So to the story. So we go back. I was saying how Nick Saban, Lane Kiffin, and Jeremy Pruitt are all kind of intertwined with this AJ McCarron story. So Pruitt was on Alabama's staff in a support role at that time. Now, Saban had tasked Pruitt, very important, Jeremy, you got to get out to AJ's house. Make for damn sure that the Vols aren't creeping around our guy. Lane Kiffin pops out of a bush. I want you to call me. I want to know about it.
You see anybody with orange on?
No orange.
He sat outside that house
for 2 days.
He crapped in a styrofoam container.
The styrofoam container that he had his snack wraps in, he had to crap in the very container.
He only brought one container.
That's what he had to do. This is the job that I got, yes. So strict orders from Nick Saban, had to make sure that no orange showed up. McCarron then shared that one day he was sleeping and he woke up to banging on his bedroom window.
Was it Jeremy Pruitt?
He opens the blinds only to see Lane Kiffin and his entire Vols offensive staff. What was this like? He didn't say exactly how many. What is this, 4 or 5 orange jacket-clad men?
You can't go to the front door. That's where
Waving?
Jeremy Pruitt staked out. He's looking at the front door. Back in the day, this was 2009. They didn't have any of these newfangled Ring doorbell cameras. None of that.
The fact that Kiffin and his staff had the wherewithal or the concern that they didn't want to be seen by would-be Alabama spies.
That's why they went to the window.
They went behind the hedges, behind the bushes of love,
like young
and tapped
lovers.
on the window.
They didn't want his dad to see him sneaking in the house. They tapped on the window.
The story goes on.
In my mind, too, they went to the wrong house a couple times. Like, they tapped on the wrong window. Somebody out there thinks they had a fever dream. Did I just see?
Did someone just
Lane Kiffin outside my window and then waving apologetically and
is
walking
John
away?
Cusack going to be down there with a boombox?
No, I couldn't have seen that.
No way. So the story goes on. He lets him in. I mean, Lane Kiffin and the staff, they're at his bedroom window.
Do they climb in through the window?
Jim Harbaugh would have. We know that. He would have dropped out of the tree and then busted through the window.
Come in the sliding door in the back.
Jim would probably do a military sprawl through the glass. That's how he would enter your house. Anyway, it'd be like end of Christmas Vacation with the SWAT
He's
team.
got his face all blacked out like he's a Navy SEAL.
Looking like a SEAL, right? Kiss from a rose. So here's how it goes. He lets them in. They hold court for a little bit. And then McCarron got a call from Nick Saban about an hour or so after Kiffin and the staff left his house just to check in. And this was just completely coincidental. McCarron would just simply share with Saban that, yeah, the Vols were here and they just left the house. This caught Saban off guard.
Of course it did. He's got his spy outside.
He wasn't calling. Saban was not calling AJ because Pruitt tipped off Saban and said, hey, somehow those bastards got by me.
Can you imagine?
And they went into the house.
Being Pruitt?
What are you going to do? Yeah, so
you walk back in like, didn't see anything, coach.
Saban hears that the Vols just left, and he's hiding his anger on the phone to AJ McCarron. Says, oh, all right. Make a bad decision. Make a bad decision. I think you should come to Alabama, though. And so apparently Saban then immediately calls Pruitt, saying, what the hell? I thought I told you to let me know. Speak up the second you see that orange. Pruitt, he insisted. He said, Coach, no one has been in or out of this house all day. For 2 straight days, I've been here. I've got my eyeballs taped open. Nobody's been in or out. Only to find out that a little old lady answered, my fingers hurt. Hello? A little old lady answered the door when Pruitt finally went up there. He's at the entire wrong house the whole time.
No damn God!
He has the wrong house staked out. He was 6 houses down from the McCarron residence, and that led to what you can only think of was an incredible ass chewing.
But you know what?
From Coach Saban.
They got him anyway.
Yeah, they still got him.
They got
AJ
McCarron.
History. Got a national championship. Or multiples with him.
This is what coaches do. They are petty. They are vindictive. They are children. And it's necessary to do the job. I'm not saying I'd want to do it, but you have to be this way. You think Ryan Day, when he goes on vacation, he's just like, I'm just going to put my cell phone down and
I'm just going to relax.
Stare at the water together.
What do you think? How many hours, if you were going to do the job, how many hours would you feel like you had to put in the office?
I would go crazy.
To feel like you are fulfilling everybody's needs and earning your paycheck and doing what you have to do. I would think that takes at least 10 to 12 hours a day.
10 to 12 hours a day? Are you kidding?
16 to 18?
Yes.
16 to 18?
Yes.
A day.
And then really,
5 a.m. to 9
You're
p.m.?
never off the clock either. You're like a doctor on call. You got your phone next to you when you're sleeping. You're not even in a deep sleep. Those bags under Ryan Day's eyes, they're real.
Well, all you got to do is, and he had been a coach for some time, so I guess there are different levels to this where you're an assistant coach, but you're still, I would imagine, even when you're an assistant, you want to pound out some hours. Maybe if it's before you have a family or whatever, that's the time when you want to be in the building.
You feel
all
like
day.
you have to pound out the hours.
You're trying to show people.
Your boss is in the office for 16, 17 hours a day.
It feels
weird.
weird.
Sashay in after playing 9 in the morning?
It feels weird when your boss is there.
Good weather out there today, huh?
Yeah, it's great. Great day. Low wind, mid-60s. Perfect. Hit a great shot on number 8. Stuck it there at about 7 feet.
That's why
made the putt.
I was surprised when Laurinaitis told me that he wanted to coach. You know, he must have really wanted to coach.
Absolutely.
Because, look, a lot of these guys that start out coaching, like Jeremy Pruitt is staking out someone's house. Jeremy Pruitt had to do that because that was the logical step he had to take to get to his end goal, right?
I mean,
he had to do that grunt work.
You're being ordered to do it by Nick Saban, who had already he's a national championship winning head coach
That's
at
right.
the time.
But ultimately,
you got to do it.
The reason why a lot of these players that were really good don't get into this line of work is because they're asked to do things like that, but then they log into their Chase account and they see they have $30 million sitting in their bank account. And they say, you know what? Not worth it. I'll go home and have dinner with the family.
You know, I think that's the reason why you keep doing it, because you keep seeing those paychecks pop in year after year after year, especially for the assistant coaches. What else are you going to do like that that's going to pay you $400,000 to $1 million a year?
Yeah, but if you already made it, like James played 10 years in the league. He's got money.
No,
that's my point.
Yes. I guess
he's doing it because he wants to do it.
The football is so embedded into your DNA that it calls you back. It's not even about the money for someone like him who's already made all that money.
Go to jail. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute slowdown in the construction area on westbound 70 on the west side from Hilliard-Rome Road to Route 142. It's moving slow from Wilson Road, and things are a little slow on westbound 70 downtown between the 71 east and west split. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Legend has it, underneath the NJM insurance offices lies a mysterious room of long-forgotten, moldy mascot memorabilia. Often pitched by ad agencies, always rejected by NJM. Is it real? We may never know. But what is real is NJM's dedication to doing what's right for their customers. Astoundingly, they're proud to put policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Learn more at njm.com.
Insurance underwritten by NJM Insurance Company and its subsidiaries.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Check out this amazing deal on Kellogg's cereal. Select varieties or buy 2, get 3 free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Hey, you. Wouldn't a Diet Coke at 7 a.m. totally hit? You know you can get that from Wendy's for just $1, right? Even you, girl drinking a Fanta on the way to 8 a.m. Pilates class. Any soda you want, any size, just $1. So go get that breakfast soda, you morning menace. But maybe hurry, because it's only during breakfast. Morning soda? Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours. Exclusions apply. Not valid in a combo. Prices may be higher in Hawaii.
Introducing Ice Cream Quakes from UDF. Big chunks of your favorite candies and cookies blended with real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. We'll say that again. Real hand-dipped UDF ice cream. Pick your flavor, pick your mix-ins, or try one of our featured recipes. And get an ice cream quake made the way you want. Real creamy, real chunky, real. Ice Cream Quakes, new from United Dairy Farmers.
Hey friends, can you smell it in the air? Summer is here and nothing hits harder on a hot day than that first sip of a Big Gulp. And right now at Speedway, you can get any size Big Gulp for only 89 cents with Speedy Rewards. They've even got a limited time Mountain Dew Pitch Black if you're mysterious like that, and I know you love mysteries. So swing by Speedway, tap into your Speedy Rewards, and cool down with the Ultimate Summer Classic. Again, just 89 cents. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
We've discovered the perfect morning ritual, the 2 for $6 breakfast sandwich deal at Tim Hortons. Every sandwich is made to order with a freshly cracked egg and melty cheese, just the way breakfast should be. Choose between savory sausage or hickory smoked bacon, served on a toasted English muffin or flaky biscuit. There's no wrong way to mix and match this tasty deal. 2 breakfast sandwiches, just $6. Perfect. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, single item at regular menu price. Modifications and tax extra. Exclusions and additional terms apply.
This promo is for anyone who likes baseball or America or Terry Francona's scooter. The Reds are on the Fan. Catch all 162 games here on the Fan and 1460 ESPN Columbus and the Fan's HD2. Your home for Reds baseball, the Fan.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there.
So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge.
Get too hot?
Hey, my phone.
Oh, your phone. Should've known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination.
The show you can feel deep down in your plums.
No, that is a bad place to touch. No.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
I want to talk to you about my friends at Tri-State Men's Health. If you've been feeling tired, unmotivated, irritable,
yeah.
It might not be stress or aging. It could be.
What is it?
Low testosterone. And here's the best part. You can find out for free at Tri-State Men's Health for a limited time only. Free. Your free appointment includes a PSA and T test and a medical consult. You'll get the PSA and T test. You'll get the medical consult. It's all included in your free appointment. But this is a limited time offer. So if you're tired, sluggish, foggy, don't live like that. Get your testosterone checked and get the treatment that works for you. Call them today, 800-900-9654, or visit tristatemenshealth.com.
Quick little ace shots.
Did you get your ass shot?
Not in a while, no.
Do you want me to? Because your numbers you're up.
I'm vibrant.
See, look what they've done to Timmy.
Look at me.
Look, he's walking out. He's just humping strangers.
Stunning. Would you like
You're
to,
an Adonis.
Would you like to give me a stick? Could do the next one? I'll start getting them shipped to the house instead.
Right, go to jail. Come on, Teddy.
He's the judge, jury, and executioner. Timmy Hall says, go to jail.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
Now, Timmy's going to rant and rave about jail, and then we have some selections from you on the X at Man and Timmy 971, on the text, the burner phone, 614-787-3093. Go ahead, Tim.
And come on, guys. This doesn't have to be saved for just a person. It can be anything. It can be an inanimate object. It does not matter. I have got to start with a place on the streets that is the bane of my existence. When I head home, I head west on I-70. I-70's in jail right now to begin with. We can't stop doing construction on it. Everything around Central Ohio, our whole entire plan for how we do the roads and the highways, we didn't build out enough. Every time we do build, and this is not on the good boys and girls that are the construction workers. You guys are out there working hard.
They didn't design it.
No.
They're just giving orders to build it.
You're a building. You're out there doing the work. We applaud you. I appreciate you doing everything out there. This is just what we choose to do from a planning standpoint. City planning. We've got to do better. We should have 6 lanes going east and west within 15 miles of this city. That's how big of a town we are. Over 2 million people go to jail for all the planning. Now, Hilliard, Rome, and Renner.
Why do you even bother?
Oh, my God.
I would just move. I don't know how you live out there.
God.
Move.
Somebody tweeted back at me earlier this week and said, try working there. And I said, try living there. It sucks. The whole thing sucks. You can't do anything. I was coming in from a different spot this on Wednesday. Because there's no rhyme or reason. Sometimes we head home and 70 is just gridlocked. So I got off on Little Wilson Road and I went to backtrack.
Oh, a little jaunt onto Wilson Road.
Little Wilson Road. Said hello to Manelli's while I was going by Wilson Road.
Manelli's good pizza. Stop by and get it tonight. They pay me nothing to say.
It's like a nice little mom and pop spot. They've got the tablecloths and everything. It's great. So I'm coming in the other way and I passed the Culvers. I passed the Walmart and I'm trying to shoot across.
I was once accosted by a bum in that Culver's parking lot. The very Culver's you were passing.
I also saw a bum that was urinating no more than 50 yards outside of our building when I left work yesterday. That's jail as well.
Aggressive. Really wanted.
Got to be careful.
Yeah.
Got to be careful with the aggression. So, I don't understand why light cycles are so hard to figure out. I'm simply just trying to go across I'm at one of the busiest intersections in Hilliard, and if you were trying to go west on Renner across Hilliard Rome, you get 3 seconds of a green light. 3 seconds of a green light. And of course, we're all idiots when we're out there, so when the light turns green, nobody's going. 2 or 3 cars.
You got your head down.
2 or 3 cars get to go through. That's it. So Hilliard, Rome, and Renner.
Who are we sending to jail? The people who don't know how to turn?
The intersection first and foremost. Because
the intersection's not a sentient being.
I don't care.
The people.
I don't care. Right. We are still we are deciding on Hilliard, Rome, and Renner.
Okay.
The intersection. It is the nexus of hell right there. What are we giving them? I say it's 10 years. Forget about 10 years. It needs to be obliterated. That's what.
All right, this is from burner phone. Lock them up. Sunday, we had our driveway sealed. 2 hours later, we had an Amazon delivery driver walk across the driveway. You're not supposed to walk on it right away. The company that sealed the driveway even used fluorescent tape to mark it off. Please send them to jail. They knew exactly what they were doing. They did not care. And because of that carelessness, you get a minimum 15 years in jail.
15 years.
15 years.
In jail.
We need a gavel. Teddy?
I'm going to get a gavel on Amazon for next week.
We got a lot of stupid props for this show. We got queen wigs and crowns and everything. We need a gavel.
Eric brings me to one that I had as well. Eric says, my guys, I stopped to get gas before work this morning. There were multiple pumps open due to it being so early. Some guy pulls up on the pump opposite of me, slowing down my flow. He can go straight to jail. 3-day cool down period. Hashtag GTJ. So
here's what you do.
What's the sentence there? He even tried to throw in a sentence. It's a light sentence.
It's light because a lot of people don't realize that can actually happen. So I'm going to say probation.
Probationary period.
You get a warning if you do it again. Looky here. When you're at the gas pump, if you're looking at a car that you know is going to use the same exact octane level that you're going to use, like, for example, I got my nice Lexus, right? That's a premium fuel gasoline car. If I see a Mercedes at the same pump, I will go over to another pump because I know we're both going to use premium, and I also know we're going to get a trickle. If you see a Chevy,
that's a good eye.
Then you can go for it.
That's a good eye. You know why? Because you're cognizant.
I'm aware.
You care.
I'm thinking of my fellow human.
You care about your fellow citizen, and I'll have to save time because I got to talk about the man at the gas station from yesterday. I mean, this was.
What do you mean, the man at the gas station?
The man at the gas station.
Oh, who you wish death upon?
I mean, it's a death sentence.
Well,
it's a heavy sentence.
We're gonna do this all day.
All day.
We will take
jail.
Wow! Look at you, Teddy. My entire computer system is broken, but at least we have a gavel
in the slammer.
I just restarted everything in here too. No worky.
So no computer.
No worky. flying blind
Sorry, you
today.
just talk to me.
Pick your parlay. I'm going to make you some money. These other two fools are going to make you lose it. That's coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 15-minute delay if you need to travel on westbound 670 from 71 to 315. And traffic is moving slow and causing a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between 670 and Town Street. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, leaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Get Eco.
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, Aaron. Hey, it's that time of year again.
What time is that?
The time all the air conditioners start breaking down.
Oh, that time. Yep, every year.
Get Eco.
Like a swarm of bees. They all get together in a coordinated effort.
You mean the Queen air conditioner tells them all to break down?
Nah, they just get tuckered out in the heat, Aaron. Can we handle all the calls?
Sure, we have a swarm of highly trained coolness experts standing by.
Get Eco.
And we have $3.5 million in new service trucks to get them there the day you call.
The same day? Well, what if you don't call until...
We'll come as late as you'll stay up to let us in. Same day.
That explains all the revving engines.
It's like a beehive of activity, Jerry.
Do you know I invented that weird Scoopy thing you serve honey with?
You should invent something for ketchup, Jerry. It's America.
Ooh, now that's an idea.
Get Eco.
GetEco.com.
When sudden illness or injury strike, Ohio State offers 3 types of urgent care to meet any of your needs. From traditional urgent care to our specialized orthopedic urgent care for activity-related injuries and advanced urgent care for more serious injury and illness. Ohio State's experts treat everything from broken bones to ear infections and colds and flu. When your illness or injury can't wait, the choice is clear.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But with an unpredictable economy and the future feeling uncertain, you're wondering if that equity will still be there when you're ready. What if you could bank that equity right now? With Truehold, you can sell your home for its current value, so you can access your equity today. You can bank the cash now and stay in the home you love with an easy standard lease. Truehold even covers property taxes, insurance, and repairs. And since Truehold hands over your equity in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't let a shifting economy put your hard-earned equity at risk. Visit Truehold.com and receive their competitive offer on your home in just 48 hours, based on its current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, I remember you saying that a family business should reflect family values, that a customer deserves to be treated with kindness and compassion.
And those values will never change. The reputation you built for being fair and honest is our greatest asset.
In fact, in 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for ethics and named the Lennox Partner of the Year.
You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind. It's an honor to continue serving Central Ohio as a locally owned, family-run business.
So, whether you need a tune-up, repair, or just honest advice, Care is here for you.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
Hi, this is Bob Masheter from Dick Masheter Ford. Thank you to all of Central Ohio as we head towards 60 years of doing business in the Buckeye State. Dad opened up in 1967 simply trying to offer a better way to buy a car, and we've been working ever since to serve our neighbors. We have served you through wars, recessions, and even a Chinese virus. Here is to serving you and your kids and your grandkids for the next 60 years, except on Sundays when we're closed, because it's the right thing to do. Still 24/7 at masheterford.net. Thanks.
The big focus in America today is on your health, and you're determined to look beyond pills and steroids and surgery to feel your best, right? So I want to talk to the person who is in pain right now. Or maybe it's someone you love. You've done everything they told you to do, and the pain just keeps coming back. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell for QC Kinetics. They are different. These are not quick fixes. This is a revolutionary treatment that works to give your body long-term relief. You'll meet face-to-face with Dr. Aaron Wilkoff and the QC Kinetics medical team. They'll explain how their regenerative treatments take your body's own healing power and helps heal and restore your damaged tissue. These are well-respected protocols that include potent and powerful cellular level treatments. QC Kinetics has helped tens of thousands of people, so many of them right here in Columbus, Ohio. They'd be honored to help you as well. Yes, you can say goodbye to that chronic pain and live your best life. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals tonight. Florida at Edmonton. The Oilers a 1-0 lead after their win over the Panthers in overtime in Game 1. The Dallas Stars today dismissed head coach Pete DeBoer, not quite a week after they were eliminated from the Western Conference Finals. Meanwhile, baseball schedule as the Cincinnati Reds beginning a series at home tonight with Arizona. Eduardo Rodriguez to pitch for the Diamondbacks. Nick Lodolo for the Reds. Cleveland Guardians are at home with the Houston Astros. Colton Gordon to pitch for the Astros. Logan Allen takes the place of Shane Bieber for the Guardians. Bieber scratched because of elbow problems. Second round of the RBC Canadian Open in Ontario. Cameron Champ the leader at 12 under. Game 2 of the NBA Finals on hold till Sunday when Indiana takes a 1-0 lead to Oklahoma City. This update brought to you by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio sports destination.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Friday. So glad you've tuned in. 3 hours a day, every single day.
Oh, looky here.
What do you have?
Oh, looky here. A little 4 o'clock snack time. 4 o'clock snack time here.
What do you have, snack waffles?
I've got... This is a local company. These are the good boys in Hilliard. You can find these Liege Belgian waffles, snack waffles. They've got chocolate chip, butterscotch, cinnamon, pearl sugar, pumpkin spice. That's a seasonal one. Coffee and lemon flavored. I've had the lemon. They're very good.
All in there?
No. This is chocolate chip. I'm giving you what those are the other flavors you can find around town. They sell these at the Coal Wines Market as well. So here, reach in.
No, I don't want one right now. I just put a Listerine strip in my mouth.
What?
I got the throat issue. I need to lubricate.
All right.
This helps me get saliva down there.
I'm going to shove one down your throat.
I will take it at
later.
some point. By the way, speaking of shoving things down my throat, I had no idea today was National Donut Day.
I didn't know that either until we got to the office.
I neglected to get donuts on the way in, like I'm sure every Tom, Dick, and Harry did. But if you happen to be a local donut place and you're out there and you just want to bring some by the station, we're not going to turn it away. So thanks a lot.
No, and it could be a way for Krispy Kreme to get out of jail for a Friday infraction for last day of school.
Krispy Kreme's not listening.
Last day of school, 8:30 in the morning, Krispy Kreme, local one, no glazed donuts. What's this?
At least they didn't give you day olds like they normally do.
Oh, my gosh. The fact that you would even have to speak up. The fact that you as a customer.
That happened to you twice.
Paying full price, going into the donut shop. You're making the trip.
20 years,
You're
Jim.
walking in there.
20 years.
And you're simply ordering the $15.99, whatever it is, for the dozen donuts these days, and they're going to try to give you old ones when they've got hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fresh ones that are pumping out there only for them to send them to all the McDonald's all across this great area.
All right. Do we have some parlays for you? Let's pick the parlay, Teddy.
Common Man and Timmy present Pick Your Parlay.
I'm going to give you 3. Timmy's going to give you 3. Teddy's going to give you 3. You pick the parlay that you think is the best. It's always mine. Stanley Cup Finals, Game 2, tonight in Edmonton. Panthers are angry. They gave up a Game 1 lead, which is very unlike them. Not tonight, friends. Money line is essentially a pick 'em, depending on where you're looking. Take the Panthers straight up. Next thing. Timmy thought his Baltimore Orioles were dead in the water. But guess what?
They're not.
They've won 6 in a row. Let's not pay attention to the fact that they're still 11 games under 500. They're moving in the right direction. They head to Sacramento. Yes, Sacramento.
A's, baby.
To play the A's this weekend. Don't touch the game tonight, but tomorrow night, that's your play. I want you to take the A's to win. I know I just told you about how the Orioles are hot, but looky here. On the mound for Baltimore is Timmy's enemy, Charlie Morton.
Oh, that's tomorrow?
Tomorrow night.
Oh,
He's
boy.
old and bad with
41?
an ERA over 6. Go money line on the A's. Finally, tomorrow morning, French Open, baby. The best American player in the world, Coco Gauff. In action against the number 1 player in the world, the Belarusian bulldozer, Coco Sabalenka. That is not her nickname, but it should be. You have the number 1 player in the world and the number 2 player in the world playing in the final. Can't get better than this. Coco is your underdog. She has not won a title so far in 2025, but that ends tomorrow. Coco ended the Cinderella bit of a hometown Frenchie in the semis. She's got a taste of being the villain. Showed no mercy. She lost to Sabalenka a month ago in Spain. To me, that doesn't bode well for the bulldozer. It's hard to beat someone as good as Coco twice in the span of a few weeks. Coco for the win. That is my parlay.
You just like to say Coco. That's why you picked that.
Coco.
Little Coco. All right, I'm so happy to hear you talking about the Baltimore Orioles because I've been enjoying this little 6-game winning streak. They beat your White Sox 3 straight games. They beat the Mariners on the road. I'm still getting emailed left and right from Seattle because I went to 1 game there last summer. Send that right to the junk mail. But they are, as you said, playing the A's. So Charlie Morton's on the hill tomorrow. They've got Dean Kramer on the bump tonight.
Oh, Dean Kramer.
And he has just 1 earned run against him in his last 11-plus innings and some change. Wins in his last 2 starts and 11 strikeouts. Let's go O's on the win. They're a favorite tonight, just straight up to win the game. Then let's go to Game 2 of the NBA Finals, which you'll be able to hear right here on The Fan on Sunday evening. Oklahoma City hosting your favorite fishy, Tyrese Halliburton. But I want to say Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is going to hit 30 or more points. He's going to take the over on 30 or more points. That man has scored 30 or more in 8 of his last 9 games in the postseason. You got to like those odds. That's a good little streak right there. It feels like it's almost a given. And he's got to go off for this team to make sure that they take Game 2. Now I was kind of deciding, do I go crazy or do I sort of be reserved and try to win a bet here? And I'm going to decide to try to win a bet here because I was liking maybe Ludwig Oberg at the RBC Canadian Open, but he's not doing as well as I'd like him to do to splurge on him to win the golf tournament because I like to try to find a winner. So I'm gonna go back to the NBA game and throw Tyrese Halliburton and play the safe 15 or more points. He can either go and get you 30 or he can not get double digits. But I think coming off the game winner, he's for sure going to get you at least 15. So we're going to bet $20 and we're going to win like 55 or 60. We're getting pretty decent return on that. So that's the parlay. Pick that one.
Teddy, your turn.
All right. I am going with a same game parlay here, all with the Florida Edmonton game tonight. So I'm with Common Man. I'm taking Florida on the money line tonight. I think Florida gets it done. I'm taking the under on that game. I think it'll be a little low-scoring game other than what they had like the other night.
What's the goal line there?
It's 6.5. So
okay.
I think you'll get like
3-2 maybe?
Yeah.
I see
maybe it's 3-2 and they get an empty netter, put you 4-2, you're still safe.
Yep.
All right. And then I'm taking Connor McDavid 3 shots on goal tonight.
Oh.
Because I think Florida will have the lead and McDavid, he's going to be shooting the puck tonight. And that'll get you a little plus 384. And it's a smaller bet, but I think this will get me out of my hole that I'm in. So that's what I'm taking. Those are my best 3 bets.
Thank you, Teddy.
Pick the parlay. I want to throw somebody else in jail. So at the gas station yesterday, and a gray Dodge pulls up. Man in a yellow shirt gets out, but that's not the first thing I notice. This music, we talked about what the Elephant Seals decibels were, like 135 decibels. This was the loudest music you have ever heard. You could hear it from 6 blocks away. There was a woman with a baby right next to this car that I could tell was a little put off. This man got out of his car. He said something nasty to the woman that was in his passenger seat. He then removed his shirt.
As you do.
And started to head into the convenience store.
Yeah, I mean.
Which is not something that is allowed. So that's actually against the... I don't know if that's against the law,
His
but...
shirt was soiled.
It's against the rules.
Well, it depends on the establishment.
Right.
Did you see a sign? No shirt, no service?
Oh, there's signs posted.
If you didn't see a sign, it's all right. He went right in.
Oh, I thought it was okay. I thought we were at the beach here.
Maybe he was listening to Christian music.
It was not.
What's the difference at the
wasn't,
decibel
but-
level?
Yeah.
Maybe he had to yell at the woman in his passenger seat because the music was so loud. Maybe he said, "I'll be back in a second. God bless you."
No, I believe the word bitch was used.
Maybe.
So it wasn't God bless you.
He was talking about his dog at home having a litter of puppies.
Sure.
Under the
puppies?
steps, right? He works the zoo. He had an otter accidentally piss on his shirt. He didn't want to go into the store with a piss shirt.
Okay, so you're acting as his counsel here because I was.
No, I'm sure he's a piece of trash.
I was going to argue for the death sentence, but if you try to meet somewhere in the middle, where can we go for this infraction here? Because it was really off-putting. It ruined my day.
Work camp.
work
punishment.
camp.
Yeah, not even like prison. I want to take you back to 1930s Southern prison where you're out in the humidity and the heat and they give you a pickaxe and you're building the interstate system.
You're building roads.
That's right. Work program. I also want to kidnap that woman and send her to a better place. No, this is good for you. Trust me.
Right. Trust us. You want to get away from this guy.
This guy's a piece of trash.
You can have his car, too.
Don't mate with this guy.
No.
I cannot get something very childish out of my head. And so naturally, I'm going to put it in your head. Coming up next, Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the two right lanes on westbound 670 at Neal Avenue. And things are a little slow on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 11th Avenue. This report is sponsored by COSI. Unofficial Galaxies Star Wars exhibit open through Labor Day. Unofficial Galaxies has arrived and is now open at COSI through Labor Day. An incredible collection of characters, stunning designs from one of the most beloved sci-fi franchises of all time. Unofficial Galaxies now open at COSI. Get your tickets now at cosi.org. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
When you shop at Meijer, you can always count on getting a good deal more with your shopping experience. And this week is no different. Earn a $10 coupon when you spend $100 or more in store now through Saturday. Coupon will be printed at checkout. Then simply redeem your $10 coupon anytime the following week, June 8th through the 14th. Bringing more home for a good deal less. Welcome to the It Pays to Shop at Meijer Good Life. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Hey, look, it's Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers. Say hi, Bob.
Hi, Bob.
You know what I love the most about your store?
What's that, Common Man?
The way you treat people. You get to know your customers. That's why they keep coming back. No sleaze balls around. Just good, clean boys and girls selling jewelry.
Stop in and see the difference for yourself.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com. It's where Columbus gets engaged. Tell them Common Man sent you.
We've all got it, you know, that one crazy thing you've always wanted to do, that bucket list goal. Then a cancer diagnosis, and that one thing still goes according to plan. I would know. I'm getting my first tattoo right now, while my 3 beautiful daughters laugh hysterically at me. 58 years old, 4 years of cancer-free checkups at Ohio Health. Go ahead and get a picture, girls. You keep making plans.
Visit ohiohealth.com/keepmakingplans.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up.
Going up.
But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button.
Going down.
We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40. Period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company for your next vehicle. This is Justin Hinderer. Every vehicle comes with a lifetime powertrain warranty, award-winning service, and our exclusive Carvenience. We pick up your vehicle, service it, and return it so you save time and enjoy peace of mind. That's Carvenience. At Hinderer Motor Company, we take care of everything so you can drive worry-free. See why we're the best choice for your next new or used car by visiting hinderermotorcompany.com.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news, we're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
Hey, I'm Ruben. My band and I have a new song we're getting ready to record this weekend. I'm also a tow truck driver. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I get to go home at the end of the day and see my bandmates.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Damaro.
Ohio's public school students are counting on our lawmakers to keep their promise to them as they finalize the next state budget. Our students are counting on the adequate, predictable funding model the Fair School Funding Plan provides. Our students are counting on you to call your lawmakers and tell them to support the future of our public schools.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Behrens at your latest forecast. Some scattered showers and storms this afternoon into this evening. Temperatures out there will drop down to the 60s overnight. Will be partly sunny tomorrow with mostly dry conditions, but we can't rule out a stray shower or a storm. Rain chances will be rising Saturday night into Sunday with a rainy end to your weekend. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Had some Cape Cods last night, Timmy. Oh, man.
You like to live dangerously.
The salt and cracked black pepper.
Oh, my God.
Cape Cod. And you know what? I did something different. Did something different. Normally, it's a French onion dip play. However, last night, had a couple avocados in the house that were starting to turn.
Oh, you gotta tack. You gotta get at those avocados.
I made some guacamole, and I used the potato chips in the guacamole. Normally, I would never do that. It's a tortilla chip play.
Right, yeah.
But I used the potato chips, the Cape Cods. Delicious.
Yeah.
Why don't we do this? Why do we just look at potato chips and say, that's a white dip? But why do we look at a tortilla chip and say, well, that's a green dip chip?
Well, I mean, I think we know why. It just kind of goes together. You got a guacamole and it's a Mexican flair.
You get yourself a cracked black pepper Cape Cod and you put it in some guacamole, and then you tell me that doesn't go. It was fantastic.
You don't have any cuts on your lips or the roof of your mouth?
What's the matter with you?
I guess I'm not good at biting them, I guess. I don't know.
All right, I saw this.
They're rigid.
I was actually giggling on my way to work today because I could not get this out of my head.
Oh, no.
All right, very sophomoric person.
Yep, yes, you are.
Most people are very sophomoric. They don't want you to know, and they keep it to themselves. But I am going to share this with you because I want you, too, wherever you are, to giggle. I'm a fine Columbus boy. I like to see what the Dispatch is doing every now and then. You know?
What's the Dispatch doing?
Yeah, once in a while on their Instagram, they'll post a little story about a house that's for sale. You know? What's the matter?
What?
You know what this is, don't you?
Yeah, I know.
You know, there's a big Bexley estate that's on the market.
I didn't think we were getting to this week.
We're getting to it, baby. We're getting to it because I can't stop thinking about it.
This is why you are better than me, because I'd forgotten about this one, but now I know. Please continue.
This is from the Dispatch and their Instagram account. A Bexley estate that once reportedly hosted John F. Kennedy has hit the market on the eve of its 100th birthday, following a major facelift. Built in 1926 on North Parkview Avenue, the home was purchased in 2009 by Michael Tweedle and Christine Poon, who undertook a $1 million basement-to-roof renovation. Now, Tweedle and Poon, the former dean of Ohio State University's Fisher College of Business, are moving to Cincinnati to be closer to Poon's family. The couple has listed the home with Cutler real estate agent David Powers for $3.3 million. Now, I'm sure this is a very wonderful house. I'm sure they did a wonderful renovation. These are two very professional people. But for the duration of this article, they just kept saying Tweedle and Poon. And I can't get this out of my mind.
Tweedle and Poon.
I swear to God.
Poon and Tweedle.
I'm sitting at a red light today, and all I can think about is
Tweedle and Poon.
Tweedle and Poon.
Tweedle and Poon. Tweedle and Poon like to live in Bexley together.
Teddy, Tweedle and Poon's not funny to you.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
That's good.
That's fine.
Michael Tweedle and Christine Poon.
Tweedle and Poon, Jack and Dick.
Jack and Dick.
What did we say Tweedle was? The professor emeritus in the College of Medicine? And Poon was the former dean?
I don't know which one is which.
Tweedle, I'm reading right here, was the professor in the College of Medicine. So that means Poon
is
was
the
the dean. What was she the dean of? The School of Law?
Dean
College
Poon?
of Business.
The Fisher College of Business.
That's right. That's a big job. Look, they got a nice house.
The dean's name was Poon?
Dean Poon.
Dean Poon. I love it. Life is great.
Poon.
I bet she's fantastic.
You have to. You have to have a sense of humor about that, don't you?
Fantastic. I bet she's a great person.
Don't you have to think that's funny?
It's great.
Tweedle and Poon?
It's amazing. And go ahead.
I was going to get to Anthony Richardson. It can wait. What do you have to say?
No, I was just saying, I think we're looking around the Bexley area for, once in your past, and I love the homes out there. There's a lot of history with the homes
Bexley.
there. It's a cool little area.
I like the area. I like to visit it.
Me too.
I don't want to live there. There's some people who are made to live in a house that's 100 years old. I'm not one of them.
But if you can do what Tweedle and Poon did,
but I'm not Tweedle and Poon.
No, you're not.
I don't have that patience.
They had $1 million to go basement to ceiling renovation.
I could have $1 million. I don't have the energy, the fortitude, the balls, like Tweedle and Poon to handle such a thing.
What I'm saying is, what would be the hesitancy if you had the means to stay in the comfort of your situation now and had enough capital to just do the full renovation without even living, which I assume they did.
It never ends. Well, you do that renovation and then something else breaks because it's 100 years old.
It's a $3.5 million house. It's probably 7,000 square feet. Of course some things are going to go wrong. Even in your new house, some things are going to go wrong.
It's a 100-year-old home has 100-year-old problems.
But you renovate, you gutted it.
No.
It's basically new with the old
it's not
facade.
new. It's not. That's a lie. They convince themselves it's new. It's like an old woman getting one of those facelifts. She looks like a cat. Underneath, you're still old and disgusting.
Well, I would want to go underneath, too, because if I had all the money, I would even replace all the sewer pipings until it reaches whatever the city owns. Everything that you can think of. In the house, under the house, drainage,
I don't have the energy
piping,
for that. No. Forget
all of
about
that.
it.
They're so
Plus
cool.
all the ghosts that are in there.
I love the ghosts.
You don't love the ghosts.
I don't deserve to be here without being scared by ghosts.
I have to live in new homes. I can't picture people screwing or crapping in my house previously. I have to know that I'm the only people that have ever done that.
Where's the fun in that?
There's a lot of fun in that.
It's not like that you have to picture them screwing in your bed.
Doesn't matter. The room has energy. Your bedroom, how old is your house?
It could be good energy.
How old is your house?
Oh, there were things going on
I'm just
in my
saying,
house.
You got a sunken in basement there. That's a swinger's house. Can you imagine?
When you're in a split level, so you're only 5 feet below.
What went on in that house?
Oh, man.
Who's over there?
Who's over where?
Is that Tyvis Powell over there?
Tyvis Powell.
What do you got that hat on for? I thought you had to let it breathe.
Look at that back there. Is he wearing shades right now? Is that Tyvis wearing a hat and wearing aviators?
Bright, Tyvis.
Ooh, baby.
Future's bright.
That's TV Tyvis. All I can see through the glare is his teeth. They're so white and it's such a big smile.
Come in here, Tyvis, when you're done with the TV. I want to talk to you about your hair plugs.
Friday Tyvis.
Also, Tyvis, could you take anybody that have the last names of Tweedle and Poon seriously? No. Of course you couldn't.
Tweedle and Poon sold their Bexley mansion.
Jack and Dick.
Take your 100-year-old house.
A lot of character.
And your demons that are in there.
I got demons. I can add some demons to that house. Think of all the ghosts that are going to live in that house after I live in it for a long time.
Colts say Anthony Richardson aggravated the right shoulder that he injured back in 2023 and will be out indefinitely.
Where are we at with him?
I'm going to tell you where we're at. But before I tell you that, Daniel Jones, by the way, is also there. If you forgot that, yuck. Yuck.
Yikes.
Anthony Richardson, I think it's safe to say at this point. Now, some people are going to say, well, you can't write him off because we've seen that in the past.
I write him off.
We've seen young quarterbacks get written off, and all they need is some tender care and the right coaches to whisper in their ear, and then they're back.
So everybody's got to be Baker Mayfield now.
Well, yes,
right?
Everybody's Baker Mayfield, and everybody's Tom Brady.
But you know what? It doesn't really do the Colts any good because Baker Mayfield is on his third team since he was with the Cleveland Browns. That one took a while for that to take. And good for him. I'm glad to see that story play its way out. I have no faith in Anthony Richardson being the Colts guy. None.
Anthony Richardson, to me, at this point in his career, which admittedly is limited, hasn't had a lot of experience, but I think I'm pretty confident in my assessment. He is a total and complete dirty bum.
All you have to do one time, I don't care if you're a rookie, I don't care if you're a little bit ouchy. When you take yourself off of the field, even for one play, and your excuse is, I got a little tired out there. Done.
You know what, though? I'll forgive that. I'm not even factoring that in. I'm factoring the sub 50% completion percentage. The fact that he can't stay on the field because he's not healthy.
You just mean the dirty bum quarterback stats?
But you know what? If it makes you feel any better, Colts, also on your quarterback roster, you have a slightly richer dirty bum in Daniel Jones. At least someone was dumb enough to pay him some money once upon a time. That's not your problem, but he's on your roster, so it's going to be your problem.
Colts got him on the cheap. What a battle that's going to be. Richardson versus Jones.
Dirty
the battle of the bums.
My God. There's a documentary about Ohio State coming out, and it's rubbing people the wrong way, and it shouldn't. And I'll tell you why in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 5-minute delay due to a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right center lane if you need to use westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt at 315. And you're going to hit another slowdown due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 70 on the west side after 270. This report is sponsored by Erie Insurance. Celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always. Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD-RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Are you ready for the ultimate entertainment experience? It's all here, only with Spectrum TV Select. Popular apps are included: Disney Plus, Max, Peacock Premium, Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, and more. And live TV for sports, entertainment, and news. Enjoy across your devices no matter when or where you are. Get Spectrum TV Select and start streaming your favorites today. It's all here. Visit spectrum.com/entertainment. Restrictions apply.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Discover uncompromising quality at a reliable price with Giant Eagle in Market District. Look for signs throughout the store highlighting lower prices. Surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle. Experience value like never before. Visit Giant Eagle today to see how easy it is to save.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and so are the summer savings at RCD RV. Don't miss RCD RV's summer kickoff sale running June 7th through the 21st. New RVs starting as low as $12,995. Now's the time to make a splash this summer. Hurry in. Those deals will not last long. Find unbeatable savings, unforgettable fun, and everything you need to hit the road at rcdrv.com. Visit our locations, Delaware, Heath, and Pataskala, or shop online anytime at rcdrv.com. Common
Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
All right, I want to talk to you about driving in the United Kingdom before I talk to you about this Ohio State documentary. Now, I was in the United Kingdom last week, but this is not when I learned about this. I read a story today in Car and Driver. Teddy will know this guy because he used to watch the show. Former Top Gear and Grand Tour producer Andy Willman. Remember them mentioning Willman, right, Teddy?
Yeah, absolutely.
He has had his license revoked in the UK because he's racked up enough points where I guess he hit a point total and automatically goes away for 6 months, your driver's license. What was his latest infraction? I will tell you. He was spotted by a speed camera in a 20-mile-an-hour zone driving, wait for it, 24.
Really?
Yeah. 24 miles an hour. Now, he has other points on his driver's license, and yes, technically, I guess he's speeding.
Oh, come on.
But what the hell are we doing here? He wasn't even pulled over. He sent a notice because the cameras, I guess, can just catch you and take your license plate and send you the notice.
So the cameras are actually going to pick you up at 2 or 3 or 1 mile an hour over the speed limit?
They will pick you up to whatever that camera is currently set at.
Right.
It's set by local law enforcement. Technically, they can set it at 21 if they want to.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the frustrating thing is that some cameras in different locations, some are set at 10 over.
Yeah.
Like it won't trigger unless you're going 30 in a 20.
They want you to keep it within reason or whatever.
But this
and I think that's what
particular
most
one
people
was set to hit him at 24 miles an hour. So that's ridiculous, number one.
Yeah, and you know what? If it is a 20 mile an hour zone, you should be going relatively slow, but that meets the standard. If it's 24 and you're going under 25, you're totally fine.
Here's something else I did not realize. Speeding fines in the UK are calculated based on income.
Whoa.
So Willman said his yearly take-home was roughly $600,000 after taxes. God bless.
Ooh, must be nice.
So his ticket was $1,400.
Damn.
Because it's based on how much you make. See,
for just that speeding ticket.
I don't understand that aspect of it. I don't get it.
Mm-mm.
So what does that mean? Because you make more, your fine is more egregious?
That is what taxes should be for.
Well, I'm not saying anything about taxes, right?
I know, but I'm just saying
there's a different tax rate for different incomes.
Right.
I'm perfectly okay with that.
That's how that works.
But I don't understand this. Like, your speeding is worse than this poor person's speed.
That's like saying you're going to go to Kohl's and we're going to look at this rack of shirts. I want that Cutter and Buck right there. That thing's calling my name. How much is this? Well, how much do you make?
No sale for you.
Yeah.
I know this sign says 20% off, but you can afford to pay full price. None for you.
No, not full price. You actually get to pay a lot more for this shirt because that will be $79.99 for you. I thought this was a $29.99 shirt here.
I think we take things to the extreme. We got a ticket for going 24 and a 20. We got a guy paying a $1,400 fine because he makes a certain amount of money. Look, he could be the worst guy in the world. I have no idea. I just had no idea that was going on in the UK. I think it sucks. Now,
do you know what's going on here late in the week? It's the hearing on infractions for Michigan.
Oh, I did. And I did know that.
I saw this on social media today, and you tell me if you think this is strange. Connor Stallions was pictured. Pat Forty threw out a tweet earlier in the afternoon that he is there. And he said sorry to all the interested parties, but the hearing is closed to the public and the media. But Stallions showing up for this thing where it, and 40 wrote a pretty good piece about this too, about how this probably will be, right? When you think about how everything is about to change, this landscape in college sports, the last real compelling showdown between a school and the NCAA's Committee on Infractions before the Big Ten and the SEC group up and they get, their own entity to run college football for them and the way that they see fit. This probably is the last one, at least of this magnitude, because this is a big one that we've been sitting back and waiting on for a couple of years. You have any ideas of what you think the ultimate punishments are going to come out to be?
I have gone back and forth on this, Timmy.
Take the wins away. Anything super cool for us?
I don't ultimately think that will be the case. I wish it would. With that, and again, here, let me ask this question too. And I guess I have to ask it to Ryan Day, who's not here. Would that make you feel better? I'm not even saying it should or it shouldn't. I'm just curious. If Ryan Day could get the ultimate revenge, would he make those wins go away in the record books?
You can't take the victory,
No, he's not going to take the victory.
You can strip the wins from Michigan.
Can you?
And that would be deserved
on
for
paper
what they did. Yeah, on paper you can.
You brought up the Buckeye basketball Final Four team the other day.
Do you really take that away from Scooney Penn?
Well, technically that doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Buckeyes didn't go to the Final Four.
They had to take the banner down. They can't talk about it in the record books.
But we all know that it does because you referenced it and it's real, right? The Michigan fans are still going to look and say, all right, well, whatever. We still know that we beat you. Ryan Day still knows. Now, that doesn't mean that there's not a little bit of justice there, that you got caught.
That's what I think it is. It's got nothing to do about your football team if you're talking about Ohio State's side of it. It's just about someone who is doing wrong gets to realize a feeling of justice being served.
I understand, but I think
really
what we
for all
really
the rest
have
of
to
college
do,
football.
I think we've moved past college football. College sports has changed so much over the last 20 years. But the punishment process really hasn't changed that much. I think that we should change it just like we've changed everything else. And if you are going to be guilty of an infraction like this, then you are monetarily fined a large amount of money.
Because that's where it's really going to hurt you.
That's where it's going to hurt you.
From this point going forward, that's the biggest penalty.
If you have to cut your Big Ten revenue fee in half.
And then give it to the rest of the Big Ten.
And circulate it around the rest of the conference.
Or just give it all to Rutgers.
That's who you screwed. Screw Rutgers. And the more egregious the act, the more money they take away. Maybe it's an entire year of revenue. Maybe it's 2 years of revenue. That's where I think the punishment has to go. So much of the sport has evolved, but we're still, when it comes to punishments, talking about show cause penalties, which Jim Harbaugh's got one. He doesn't care.
He just goes on to the NFL.
He's in the league, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't affect Michigan one bit. So we talk about show cause penalties. We talk about erasing records from the book. These are minor little things that don't matter.
Money matters.
Take the money away.
This whole sport is changing because of money. That is the big driver. That's why they want to add teams to the college football playoff. That's what everybody needs to succeed in this game right now. You think Michigan is going to be able to maintain these impressive levels of recruiting that they found in the last 5 years? We'll see if Sharon Moore can keep this thing going into the future. But I certainly, too, would love a bowl ban. I think the money thing is a great idea, and I think the bowl ban stings, and that also can come back to affect your bottom line because when we live in the transfer portal era, if you dangle one simple bowl ban out there, if you're a player that's possibly going into your last year or two and you're thinking about putting a lot of good film out there for the next level, you might want to immediately go somewhere that's going to be playing for a postseason because now that postseason isn't just a game or two. A bowl ban then could wipe away 3 potential games for you in a national championship run.
HBO has released a trailer and the release date for Surviving Ohio State. This is the very unfortunate story about Richard Strauss sexually abusing people when he was a doctor.
It's not going to be a fun watch for a lot of people at Ohio State.
No, and I saw some people...
And it shouldn't be, right? It's not the point.
...complaining about this. You want to stop documentaries like this from happening? Stop employing monsters. Thank you. And it's not just Ohio State. I get it. Michigan State. Just this week, we heard about Indiana and what was going on there. And what did Bob Knight know? And, a lot of people are struggling with that.
A lot of former players stepping up a lot more this week. This is
prevalent in society. And we've talked about this for years. I grew up in the Catholic Church. It's what do you know and what do you do about it? Obviously, sometimes you can't prevent the initial infraction, but how you respond to that to make sure there's not subsequent infractions, that's the issue here. And in a lot of these cases, including Ohio State, it became clear that enough people knew about what was going on, or at least should have had an idea of what was going on, but it was easier for them to pretend like it wasn't. You want to stop stuff like this from coming out, these documentaries from coming out and stories about this, then stop the monsters from doing it.
Some of the facts about it, we know Ohio State entered into a settlement, agreed to pay almost $41 million to 162 sexual abuse survivors back in 2020. While multiple lawsuits are ongoing, the university's own independent investigation determined that at least 177 male students were sexually abused by Dr. Strauss, who died in 2005. Did you also see who one of the producers for this film is?
No.
Clooney.
All right.
George Clooney. See on the credits there.
Is it dark-haired George Clooney?
He's not dark-haired. George Clooney.
Gray-haired George Clooney.
There's George Clooney is touch of gray in human form. He's beautiful.
Well, I'm not arguing with you.
Clooney over Brad Pitt, if we're talking Oceans. Who would I want to be if we're talking Oceans? Clooney all day. And I eat like Brad Pitt, but I'd want to be George Clooney.
No, I'd be Brad Pitt.
All right.
Only because Brad Pitt gets to hang out with Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yes.
He's just going to throw
Clooney
throw Julia Roberts.
Julia Roberts does nothing for me.
Kick her to the curb like that.
Nothing.
Mouth too big.
You can focus on that if you want.
I'm just
she
asking.
Does nothing for me.
Where's the
There's
hang up
many
there?
reasons I choose not to be superficial. For some reason, I'm going to take the high road.
Oh, yeah, not superficial. Julia Roberts, no good for me.
All right, something else that is chapping my ass. I'll tell you about it coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're looking at a couple of minutes slowdown on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 161 and Cleveland Avenue. And things are a little bit slow on southbound 71 on North Side between Polaris Parkway and 270. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Secure your building's future with R&R Foundation Specialist. From sinking foundations, leaning walls, waterproofing, and more. Now serving Columbus, Ohio. Get a no-obligation estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. That's rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Brought to you by Metal Supermarkets. From hobbyists and machine shops to manufacturers and maintenance departments, visit Columbus at metalsupermarkets.com for all your metal needs.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Spring weather has arrived, and we all know what that brings. Warmer weather and severe storms. Well, when bad weather hits, we all know it can cause leaky roofs or even damage to your siding and gutters. The Roofing Guys are your local experts in roofing, siding, and gutters and more, providing top quality through every roof, every time. So it's just a small repair, full replacement, or even peace of mind. You need to contact my guys, the Roofing Guys, 614-626-7000, or visit them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
This summer, elevate your backyard barbecue game with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus in Dublin. Experience the power of Napoleon's infrared sizzle zone, reaching up to 1,800 degrees in just 30 seconds for that perfect steakhouse sear. Stay connected with the Napoleon Home app. Monitor up to 3 temperature probes, all from your smartphone. Built to last with premium steel, the grilling season never ends with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus. Visit Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin and transform your patio into a gourmet grilling paradise.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here, and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch.
Landscape Supply. Cleaner, greener, better.
Hollywood Casino Columbus is bringing the funny this summer. Tiffany Haddish takes the mic on Friday, July 18th with the Funny and Fearless Tour. Then Dion Cole Live hits the stage Friday, September 5th for a night of nonstop laughs. 2 comedy icons, 2 unforgettable nights. Get your friends, grab a drink, and get ready to laugh all night long. Big names, big laughs, only at Hollywood Casino Columbus. Tickets available at Ticketmaster. Visit HollywoodColumbus.com for more details. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
There's a huge focus in America today about your health, and you're determined to look beyond the pills. You don't want to have surgery, because I know I didn't. So you want to talk to the person that's in pain right now? Well, that was me. Maybe it's you, maybe it's someone you love, and maybe you've done everything you can. Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter for my friends at QC Kinetics. They're different. They're not about those quick fixes. This isn't going to be some shot that's going to make you feel better. It's not a surgery that's going to put you on the shelf. They're about long-term relief. This is regenerative medicine we're talking about right here. Your own body's healing properties to heal the damaged tissue at the cellular level. QC Kinetics, they've helped tens of thousands of people, so many of them right here in the Columbus area and across the country. They'd be honored to help you just like they helped me with my knee, just like they helped my dad. Here's what they're going to do. They're not going to mask the pain. They're going to go to the source of it. So go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus to see if you're a good candidate, or give them a call at 380-28-4544. They've got offices in Dublin and in Gahanna and newly in Canal Winchester and Grove City.
After an audit of our programming, the suits here at the Fan decided we needed more baseball. And that Common Man is stupid. Good news, we fixed one of those problems. Catch the Reds on the Fan all season long. Yay, baseball.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
Hi, this is Bob Masheter from Dick Masheter Ford. Thank you to all of Central Ohio as we head towards 60 years of doing business in the Buckeye State. Dad opened up in 1967 simply trying to offer a better way to buy a car, and we've been working ever since to serve our neighbors. We have served you through wars, recessions, and even a Chinese virus. Here is to serving you and your kids and your grandkids for the next 60 years, except on Sundays when we're closed, because it's the right thing to do. Still 24/7 at masheterford.net. Thanks.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Patriot Air Comfort Systems and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep your home comfortable. The Fan.
2 men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
Tweedle and Poon. Tweedle and Poon.
They're good. They're a good, clean couple.
I don't know if they are or not.
They are.
They're dirty.
No.
Debauchery.
Tweedle and Poon, they're higher ups at The Ohio State University.
What does that have to do with anything?
They should be great.
You don't think those people like to really get down and filthy?
Think they're leaving some ghosts behind in that Bexley mansion?
Mess you up?
Mess you up, man. Hey, is it time? You ready? You ready for waffle?
All right, fine.
Come on. Reach in there, grab you a waffle.
All right.
Chocolate chip. What do you think? Look at that thing.
When was this baked? 9 years ago?
Yeah, probably. How is it?
Terrible.
That bad?
Terrible.
Terrible.
It's like chalk.
What?
Take a bite of that. Tell me it's not terrible.
Mm.
No, Timmy.
It's okay.
I can't get it out of my mouth. It's like wallpaper paste. Teddy, come over here. Give Teddy one.
Is it that bad? Yeah, Ted, come have one.
Timmy.
Chocolate chip. You're running back to Team Pancake, aren't you?
I never left Team Pancake. I didn't know society was on Team Waffle. Teddy, take a bite of that waffle. Tell me it's not one of the worst things you ever put in your mouth.
Waffles there. A little delicious Belgian waffle snack.
The texture of it.
What do you think? It's pretty good. Pretty good.
Get out of here. It's not good.
Pretty good.
A little syrup with it because it, a little dry maybe. But
I got a little. Yeah, it is. It is a little dry. I got some chocolate chip on this edge right here.
I need some lubrication.
Yeah, we need some lubrication. Thanks, Teddy.
There you go.
What's the expiration date on that? Does it have one? Is there a Best Buy?
June 17th.
Those? Get out of here. What year?
June 17. Come on.
Give me this.
No good?
You know it's no good,
People
too.
love these waffles.
That's fine. People can love them.
Delicious.
Made in Hilliard, that's wonderful.
Mm-hmm. You were going to hate it. You were going to hate it no matter what.
That's not
I
true.
could have given you the best waffle in the world.
That's not true.
You would have hated it because
And
you're a
can I tell you something?
pancake guy.
You didn't.
You pancake.
You give me
eating mother.
You give me a fresh Waffle House waffle in here, I will gladly eat it. I didn't say that I wouldn't eat a waffle. Waffles are fine. I don't know how we all think as society that they're the superior invention to pancakes. I got it coming out of both ends. I got Torg texting me. What are you doing, dude? Hey, pancakes suck. What pancakes suck?
No, I never said that pancakes suck. I just said that I prefer a waffle to it.
Waffle eaters around here.
You can make the thick
I'm going to
Belgian
stomp
waffle.
this waffle.
No, well, I will admit, like, to try to win the battle, these are...
If you
not,
gave somebody that's never had a waffle before.
and said, this is a waffle, like, that's it. I understand what you mean there. I understand what you're saying.
If you had some maple syrup to dip it in, a little dipping syrup.
You can heat them up as well.
That would be fantastic.
It would not be
I'd
fantastic.
eat the whole bag.
It'd be you would eat the whole bag of that?
I liked it, but like I said, if I had a little syrup to dip it in,
you can
me
throw
some
them
log cabin.
You can throw them in the microwave for maybe 10 seconds or so. Might soften it up a little bit.
Are you
It'd be
supposed
better.
to soften?
It says you can. You don't have to do
Well, see,
anything.
then I take it back. Maybe
They're meant to be eaten right out of the bag, but you can put them in the microwave for 5 to 10 seconds, just a tiny bit of warmth to it, and maybe that'll help. But the point of the matter is
I'm
the
gonna
different
stop.
waffles you can make.
Okay. I'm not going to...
Are you ready for Tyvis?
Yeah, tell him to come in here. Come sit down in here.
Yeah.
Take your sunglasses off, you lunatic, and give him one of those.
Yeah.
Is this the hat that is this the thing that you got to wear?
I don't know. I don't have to. I choose.
It looks great.
Tyus Powell. He is on...
Wow, it's a full head of hair already.
T-Bone and Tyvis. 6 to 9. Mornings right here on the Fan. This is professional. Come on. Sit down.
Here you go, Tyvis.
Had hair transplant surgery.
Waffle
That's a
time.
waffle, Tyvis. I want you to take a bite of the waffle and you tell us what you think about that waffle.
Hold on, wait a minute.
And also, I didn't ask you this question. Are you team pancake or team waffle?
Team Waffle.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't want it to go this way for you.
Listen,
There's some pancake lovers out there. You're not the only one.
I feel like I am.
Try it.
Take a bite of that waffle.
Chocolate
And tell me
chip.
you wouldn't
Come on.
rather have a nice pancake.
Oh, we got two. Just take them.
Well, I don't want to.
Well, you touched them both, so they're yours now. I don't know where that hand's been.
Oh, my God.
Up my butt.
How is it?
It's good.
It's good?
Yeah, it needs,
Yeah,
some,
it's
it needs
nothing-
some syrup on it.
It's
I wish
nothing
it was
crazy, right?
I wish it was warm.
For snacking on, right. Like if you had them in the car and you just need a waffle
You
to
didn't
snack
like
on.
these?
This is like I'm in the Twilight Zone. it really is.
This is bread that I'm eating too.
That's not bread. Don't you sully the good name of bread with that.
What is it? What do you consider it?
Waffle's not bread.
It's bread.
It's batter.
It's bread.
It's bad. It's like it's a
batter.
pastry. It's a
bread.
cake.
It's a cake, yeah.
No, it's bad for you.
It's not great for you, no.
And it's got chocolate chips, which is actually a nice touch, by the way.
Yeah, Tyvis liked the waffle.
How you doing, Tyvis?
You know,
Please answer with your mouth completely full, too.
I'm doing really well. Now that I got this hair transplant.
Seriously, how much does that hurt?
Full of waffle.
You have to get hair shaved off the back of your head to have them put it.
Yeah, you see it? It's like still
I
going
know.
back
I
there and
see
all
it.
those things.
Yep.
Yeah. It was good, though. It was, the process was fine. I didn't really have any pain going into it or afterwards. And it looks good. Like this would happen Tuesday and my hair looks
you
like
had this done.
now.
The
so
procedure was this week, right?
It was Tuesday.
You did it right after the show.
Right after the show.
What type of maintenance do you have to do for this? Anything or just...
You got to shampoo it like once every 3 days.
With a
Outside
special shampoo?
Yeah, it's a special shampoo they give you. And then you got like this saline water that you got to spray on there to try to keep it like hydrated. But they say like this is going to fall off in like 7 to 10 days. So, yeah.
When can you expect the real thick growth?
They say that everything should be complete around 3 months.
And then?
And then it's,
look out, world.
Hey,
here I come.
I see why LeBron did it.
You know what the mark of a good waffle is? When you're still chewing it about 10 minutes after you took your first bite. I'll tell you what, that's a good waffle, isn't it?
It's chewy.
It's got a good flavor to it.
It's got a
like
gluey consistency.
And it's like I'm searching for it. I'm still searching for it.
You're searching for it.
You just can't swallow it.
Right.
Your hair's going to look great,
I wish we had more time with you. We're out of time.
Why?
We got to go. Because we have a clock to stick to, Tyvis.
Oh, yeah, we are. It is.
How's the week been without T-Bone this week?
T-Bone has missed me.
But you haven't missed him.
I mean,
because you're with Matt Fontana.
Correct.
I love how you told him that we're up against the clock and then proceeded to ask him a couple more questions.
You're right.
This is why you don't take vacations.
I know. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Pulse coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for a disabled vehicle that's on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt at 3:15. It's causing a 5-minute delay and some slower traffic from 71. And we also have an accident that's on Sullivan Avenue at Atlanta Drive causing some delay. This report is sponsored by NJM Insurance. While some insurance companies use gimmicks to get your attention, NJM would rather focus on putting their policyholders first. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. Visit NJM.com to learn more. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
With rates as low as 8.99% APR, now is the perfect time to save your summer with a debt consolidation loan from BMI Federal Credit Union. Visit bmifcu.org/consolidate.
Summer 2025 is bringing something wild to your Columbus Zoo. The all-new North America Trek opens this summer, a reimagined zoo region inspired by your national parks. Get ready to get up close with Mexican wolves, black bears, river otters, bald eagles, and more in breathtaking new habitats. Discover local wildlife and conservation in action like never before. Plan your visit today. Visit columbuszoo.org for details.
It's been a great run. Care Heating and Cooling has achieved goals I could only imagine 30 years ago. But now it's time for the next generation to take over. This is Mike Weens, now the retired founder of Care Heating and Cooling with my sons, Dennis and Ryan.
Dad, as Care grew over the years, you had many opportunities to sell Care to one of the big conglomerates that are buying companies all over Central Ohio. So tell our customers why you decided to keep Care in the family.
After talking about Care's values for over 30 years, I couldn't bear the thought of Care becoming the kind of company I was warning our customers about. I know the two of you will continue to treat our customers as I would, with honesty and integrity.
We will, Dad. In 2024, Care was awarded a BBB Torch Award for Ethics and was named the Lennox Partner of the Year. You don't earn those awards by leaving cat toys behind.
Call Care Heating and Cooling at 1-800-COOLING or schedule an appointment online at careheatingandcooling.com. When you need a company you can trust.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinderer Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HindererMotorCompany.com.
It's Kubota Orange Days. From America's #1 selling compact tractor to zero-turn mowers and versatile RTVs, get your perfect match delivered to your door. Now through June 30th, get 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months or up to $2,000 off BX 2380 tractors. See the details at KubotaOrangeDays.com.
Stop by CEC Turf and Tractor in Athens, Canal, Winchester, Lancaster, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota tractors and mowers, or check them out online at CECTurfandTractor.com.
He shoots, he scores! No matter your sport, it's a great time of year to be a fan. But the fun stops when you or a loved one can't control your gambling. At Maryhaven, we're here to help. Whether it's gambling, drugs, alcohol, or mental health, you don't have to go it alone. With in-person, virtual, and group options, Maryhaven meets you where you are. Always judgment-free. Go to maryhaven.com today. That's maryhaven.com.
We can come the day you call us.
We're 1-800-GOT-JUNK.
We make junk disappear. All you have to do is point.
Brian, I've been meaning to ask you something.
Okay, ask away.
Sometimes when we're talking, I hear a little sparkling sound.
Is it when one of us says, all you have to do is point?
There it is. Did you hear that?
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic? Like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Here's a look at what's going on around the ballpark with your Cincinnati Reds. The club will return home after the series finale in Chicago on Sunday to continue division play at Great American Ballpark with 3 games against the Milwaukee Brewers beginning Monday. A special Cincinnati Zoo ticket package presented by Graders is available for Tuesday's game, which includes an exclusive bobblehead of the Zoo's Red Panda. Tickets must be purchased through this offer to receive the bobblehead. Available while supplies last. Go to reds.com/zoo. The Arizona Diamondbacks help kick off the weekend with a City Connect Fireworks Friday. On Saturday, fans can take home a Tyler Stevenson City Connect bobblehead thanks to St. Elizabeth Healthcare while supplies last. And for Sunday, there's a special ticket package that includes an exclusive plushie of Mr. Red or Rosie. Game tickets must be purchased through the offer to receive the plushie. Available while supplies last at reds.com/mascot. That's a look at what's going on around the ballpark with your Cincinnati Reds.
Looking to buy a home? CME Federal Credit Union has got you covered. With a 5/1 adjustable rate mortgage from CME, you can lock in a low rate, starting as low as 5.5% for the first 5 years. And with low closing costs, you can save even more. Ready to get started? Visit CMEFCU.org today to begin your journey to home ownership. Terms and conditions apply. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. This is Paul Keels. Cleveland Guardians kick off a weekend series at home of the Houston Astros tonight. Colton Gordon pitching for Houston. Logan Allen for the Guardians. Shane Bieber was scheduled to start, but he was scratched because of problems with his surgically repaired elbow. Cincinnati Reds at home of the Arizona Diamondbacks tonight. Eduardo Rodriguez pitching for the Diamondbacks. Nick Lodolo for the Reds. Columbus Clippers at home with Toledo. Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Finals is this evening. Florida at Edmonton. Oilers have a 1-0 lead over the Panthers after taking Game 1 in overtime. The Dallas Stars today dismissed head coach Pete DeBoer not quite a week after they were eliminated in the Western Conference Finals. At the French Open, defending champ Carlos Alcaraz moved to the finals when his opponent Lorenzo Musetti retired due to injury. This update brought to you by Dr. Mark Levy. If you're snoring and not sleeping, give him a call at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
Man and Timmy brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. The Pulse coming up in mere moments. What have we been doing for the first 2 hours? Well, we'll catch you up with the Pulse. Let me get to this story that aggravated me, but I was derailed because it was crappy waffle time, and Tyvis was here in the last segment.
I'm sorry that you hated the waffle, too. I wish you enjoyed it more.
The Chargers have announced they're holding 2 training camp practices in San Diego.
Interesting. Does that bother you? Does that put you off that they're kind of shoving it in their face down there?
It bothers me, but apparently people are going to go out and support them even though they left. Like, I had a situation, and it looks like it's going to be saved, I guess, with one of the Ishbias who's going to buy the White Sox eventually from this.
Oh, yeah.
Idiot Jerry Reinsdorf, who I hate.
Is it Matt Ishbia that bought the Suns here recently? So this
is Justin Ishbia.
Right. Matt Ishbia bought the Suns, right? So it's his brother?
Yes. So he's come up with a deal, I guess, with Jerry Reinsdorf to buy the White Sox, have a controlling interest in the White Sox sometime in the next 9 years.
How old would Reinsdorf be? Isn't he like 90 now?
He's 89 now.
My God.
But that's, this would obviously supersede him when he dies.
Yeah.
Team goes to his stupid son. All I can tell you is that if my baseball team moved, and a couple times in my life they've been really, really close. This ballpark they're in now, Rate Field, which used to be New Comiskey Park. This was a last-second deal. They were going to pack up and move to St. Pete. They were going to be the Rays before the Rays were the Rays.
And they were going to do it like the Colts and just leave.
The White Sox were going to pack up and leave unless Jerry Reinsdorf got his free stadium. Ultimately, he did. If that would have happened, there's no way in hell I would follow that team to Tampa and continue to root from afar. There are rumblings that if he doesn't get what he wants this cycle, he'll pack up and move to Nashville. Good riddance to you. There's no way in hell I would follow that team. When they packed up and moved the Chargers, I would assume no self-respecting Charger fan would follow that team up to Los Angeles. What they did to that community, spit right in your face. But then again, I see Raider fans that follow the team to Vegas.
I don't know if this might be a California mentality.
I don't get it, man.
I think it's more of a more laid-back lifestyle type of thing.
But you know what?
Not all of us are as hardcore about our sports teams,
I understand.
right? We're not. We're different.
Our guy, Pat Murphy, was a St. Louis Rams fan. They packed up, moved to L.A. He still roots for the Rams.
We'd have to explore his fandom a little bit more deeply. He was in the building the other day. You're actually going to hear him coming up on the Buckeye Show tonight at 6 o'clock. Where is his St. Louis heritage? I don't know. I know him pretty well, but I'm not sure if I knew Pat to have grown up in St. Louis. Maybe he has some family there, and that's why he likes the Rams. But you're right. I mean, sticking with them and their move to California had to have something to do with he doesn't live in St. Louis. And I know that the Charger thing, going up to L.A., a lot of it would have to do with they are still, next to the Rams, the closest team in proximity. Now, you could think, but there's probably an equal number of fans that would spurn them and say, well, forget about that. I'll be an Arizona Cardinal fan then.
Or I'll just watch football.
I'll watch football and I'll not be a fan of a team. It'd be if you had the Columbus Blue Jackets, right? Just think about them. If they left the state of Ohio, would you be going back to see them if they wanted to return for a couple of training camp practices?
Absolutely not.
That would seem weird, right?
And if you're thinking, well, it's San Diego, Los Angeles, what's the difference? Go ask somebody who's from those two cities. Go ask somebody who's from San Diego if Los Angeles is the same thing. No, they can't stand each other. Padre fans hate Dodger fans, right? There's this little brother syndrome that San Diego's always had. And now they go and take your football team. But then they're going to come back for 2 days during training camp, and you're supposed to come back. Oh, thank you for coming back, lightning bolt team. I would show up just to heckle them.
I'm with you. A part of this is weird. I mean, it's not the same as if the Browns or the Bengals wanted to come up or down to Columbus to do a training camp practice.
But at the same
they've
time,
always been in those towns.
When your team was leaving, you knew that another version of the Browns was coming back. So you didn't have to make that type of decision.
No.
You didn't have to determine whether you would follow the Browns to Baltimore. Think about how stupid that sounds.
I would think that a lot of those, let's just say the Browns were never going to come back. Do you think that the Bengals would have picked up a ton more fans?
I don't know who would pick up fans.
Would have been split between the Steelers and the Bengals for their fans?
I would find it very hard to believe that any self-respecting Browns fan would follow them to Baltimore. I can see picking up a fandom of another team or just being a casual fan and just watching a bunch of games and not living and dying anymore. But following the team to Baltimore?
Now that I think of the Cleveland fan, I don't know if they would have left, if they would have started cheering for the Bengals and the Steelers because they would have been actively cheering against them for so many years. I think they probably would fit the bill of would have just been a normal football fan and just appreciate the game.
Or if you want to go regionally and you go Detroit or you go Buffalo
Detroit or Chicago
something like that. All right, Paul.
What have these morons been talking about for the past 2 hours? It's time for the Pulse.
My goodness, how about the NBA Finals Game 1 last night? One of your favorite players now, Tyrese Halliburton.
I have watched no NBA all season long. This Pacer team has me hooked. I can't believe the perseverance here. The balls of these guys.
Huge.
You got me hooked for game 2. I don't know if I'm going to stick around past that, but the Indiana Pacers, man, they are fun to watch because they're never out of it.
Game 2 coverage is coming up on the Fan on Sunday night. That is going to be an 8 o'clock tip-off. Thunder again hosting the Pacers. You've got NHL Stanley Cup action. Part of your parlay that you picked earlier, you and Teddy both have the Panthers winning on the road. They're in this thing. Look, they were up 3-1 in game 1, and they kind of played, and they admitted it too, that they had more of a settle-in
That's a game
kind
they
of
win
style.
95% of the time.
It is, but Edmonton, I think, showed some moxie, and they showed you, look, they're a 48-win hockey club as well, and they earned their way here, and when you got Connor McDavid and Draisaitl, 1-2 punch there, anything can happen. Draisaitl had 2 goals in that first one, including the winner in OT that was set up by McDavid. 8 o'clock face-off tonight. Still feel good about that Panther pick, huh? Panthers going to take
I
this
think
one.
Panthers take game 2. It goes back to Florida tied up at 1.
All right, so other things that we talked about, bad waffles. I made you choke one down in the last segment.
If you're going to give me a waffle,
my mistake,
and try and convince me that the waffle is a superior product to a
I
pancake.
shouldn't have done it with that.
First of all, you're not going to, but give me a fresh waffle, you moron.
Well,
give me the best representation of the waffle. You give me a piece of garbage.
I couldn't really give you a fresh waffle. What did you want me to bring the Waring Pro right here into the studio?
Why not?
Drip the batter into it?
Let's go.
I'm going to go down to a Holiday Inn Express, get the continental breakfast. I do love that.
Rothman's over there microwaving fish half the time. You can't plug in a waffle iron and make me a waffle?
Fish is something that you can't really do in an office, right? As much as I love fish. You can't be microwaving fish. You can't be, bringing
in my experience
raw or cooked fish in an office place just because of the scent.
As Bryce, I know a lot of you think that I microwave fish, but I don't. It is not acceptable to microwave, reheat, anything fish. Perhaps I'll give you a cold tuna fish sandwich if you've got mayo, but only then. It has to be eaten in a large area, not a small confined space. But when you're adding heat to fish in an office setting, jail for at least 10 years.
We've sent a lot of people to jail here. We'll have some more jail sentencing in the remainder of our hour here throughout the remainder of the show. The other thing I wanted to touch on real quick was you said you had an interesting thing about driving violations in the UK. How you pay tickets.
I didn't realize this. I read an article this morning.
Income.
They charge you based on how much money you make.
Weird.
So good news. If you're Poe, you just drive all over the place. They charge you $2.
$2, $1.50, whatever.
But if you're rich, they're really going to get you. And to me, that makes no sense. This isn't about paying taxes. We can have that conversation. This is the infraction's an infraction.
Yeah, you said one of your guys who was on was a producer or director of Top Gear.
He was
had to pay $1,400.
He was popped by a speed camera going 24 in a 20. Nobody pulled him over. It just comes right to your door.
Right to the mail.
Right into the mail. They say, hey, we caught you. Here's a picture of you.
Like a red light cam. They've got him for speeding.
And because you make a lot of money, $1,800. Thank you. While your neighbor down the street, same infraction, can be much less. Yeah. Although I'm sure his neighbor down the street is also very wealthy because, well, he lives in a nice neighborhood. Columbus will soon be a pickleball mecca. I'm going to tell you why coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 5-minute slowdown on southbound 315 from Kinnear Road to Town Street, and traffic is also slow on eastbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 23 and 71. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where our erectile dysfunction treatments are shown to be effective in nearly 90% of cases. Listen to what Alex has to say about our ED treatments.
I have been experiencing problems with ED, but that's all changed. My name's Alex, and I've been a patient for Tri-State Men's Health for under a year. I highly recommend this. Every day I wake up feeling good compared to I was back in the old days. It change is more exciting. You know, I don't have a problem with ED anymore. I'm having a lot more fun. I was very comfortable. I was always comfortable in any conversation I had with Tri-State Men's Health. Yeah, I just want to let gentlemen out there know that you do not have to live with ED, that it is not not just an aging process. It is also hormonal and balance and everything in your system. And once you get that under control and everything, you do go back to your youth a lot in how you feel.
Thanks, Alex. It's true. If you're like most men, we'll help you get your sex life back. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
This summer, elevate your backyard barbecue game with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus in Dublin. Experience the power of Napoleon's infrared sizzle zone, reaching up to 1,800 degrees in just 30 seconds for that perfect steakhouse sear. Stay connected with the Napoleon Home app. Monitor up to 3 temperature probes, all from your smartphone. Built to last with premium steel, the grilling season never ends with Napoleon Grills from Billiards Plus. Visit Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin and transform your patio into a gourmet grilling paradise.
I think I just wrote the song of the summer. Listen. That's just you drinking a big gulp from Speedway. And just 89 cents for any size with Speedy Rewards? That's a hit. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But with an unpredictable economy and the future feeling uncertain, you're wondering if that equity will still be there when you're ready. What if you could bank that equity right now? With Truehold, you can sell your home for its current value, so you can access your equity today. You can bank the cash now and stay in the home you love with an easy standard lease. Truehold even covers property taxes, insurance, and repairs. And since Truehold hands over your equity in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't let a shifting economy put your hard-earned equity at risk. Visit Truehold.com and receive their competitive offer on your home in just 48 hours, based on its current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com. Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
What's the best way to make sure you don't miss any of your favorite fan shows? Oh no. Download the Fan app, silly.
Ah, damn it, I knew that.
App Store, Google Play, or just scream right at your phone. Psst, you can also listen to Buckeye games. Do it now.
Hi, I'm Josie. My daughter turns 5 today. Blow out the candles. I'm also an Ohio State Highway Patrol trooper. When you move over and slow down, you're not only giving me room to work, you're making sure I can get home to celebrate with my daughter.
Roadside workers have lives and families, but when they're on the job, they put it all on the line to protect and serve us. When you see flashing lights, remember, they're not just roadside workers. Thank you for moving over and slowing down.
Brought to you by ODOT, USDOT, NHTSA, and ODPS.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property? However, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hey there, Central Ohio. I'm 10 Weather Impact meteorologist Michael Barron. Scattered showers and storms continue this evening and into tonight. Temperatures will slowly work their way down into the mid-60s. We'll be back up in the low 80s on Saturday. Mostly dry, partly sunny skies. We can't rule out a stray shower or rumble of thunder, though. Shower chances increase in coverage Saturday night into Sunday, making a rainy end of the weekend. That's your latest 10 Weather Impact forecast. I'm meteorologist Michael Barron on 97.1 The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
Oh, I can just feel T-Bone's disdain from states away. T-Bone's running around Holden Beach, North Carolina this week. Enjoying some Krispy Kreme flavored ice cream.
Think he's got the shirt off?
Having a nice ice cream this week. Yeah, shirt off, Bone.
Can I tell you something, though?
I don't know.
I've seen the people on that same stretch of beach. I've been there. I'd seen it.
You seen it?
There's going to be people fatter than bone.
Cackalack.
That's
Cackalack.
That's a Walmart. Actually,
What?
you know what? That's
What?
wrong. That's the Columbus Zoo on free day.
Come on.
Where they don't even have more
Come
scooters
on.
to rent because they're all gone.
Wrightsville Beach is nice. Wrightsville Beach is nice. If you ever go down there, if you guys are in the Raleigh-Durham area, you go a couple hours down. That's because UNC Wilmington is right there.
Teddy likes it there.
College Town Beach.
Teddy's going to retire there.
Mm-hmm. Teddy loves all those beaches up and down that area. But if you start to go south from Wilmington, that's when you get to those outskirts beaches, and that's where Holden Beach is. I did hear from one of our mutual friends. Happy birthday this week to Jim Lachey. Jim Lachey is a good, fine man. And I was texting with him and told him, hey, our buddy T-Bone is visiting some of the North Carolina beaches where we have both frequented. Frequented the beach. Jim Lachey is a Bald Head Island guy, another one of the beaches down in that area, and he loves him a little fish spot, a little seafood restaurant on the dock in a town called Southport. It's actually featured in a lot of those Nicholas Sparks movies. You know, like he's got The Notebook, you got Nights in Rodanthe with Richard Gere and Diane Lane, I believe it was. I've seen the house down there for that one. T-Bone went to the restaurant, had himself some boiled shrimp and a tuna sandwich. It looked delicious. He was having a great time. So he's down there.
I hate the beach.
You do hate the beach.
I could live and die, never go back to the beach, be a happy man.
Would you ever be shirtless out in public at a beach?
I have too much respect for my fellow man.
You go to the pool, never shirtless?
The girl gets me to the pool once a year.
And?
Shirt stays on.
Stays on.
Stays on.
Swimming type of shirt, like a SPF shirt? Will you get in the water with the girl?
Just a regular. No, I won't get in the water.
No
She's
water.
fine. She's fine now. She don't want to swim with me.
No, I get it. I just didn't know if it was like boiling lava
she got
hot.
Friends out there.
Mikey, like a dip in the pool?
No.
Never.
Dip in the urine-filled, disgusting.
No, they've got the blue ink. You'll be able to see.
No, that's a myth.
It is a myth.
That's
It's
a myth.
It's in grown-ups. I've never seen blue ink in my entire life. Lord knows there's been peeing in pools. Not me, but other people, they do it. So I mentioned T-Bone. He doesn't like this thing that's about to happen. So apparently one of the largest indoor pickleball facilities in the world is set to open right here in the fall in the Far East Side. Match Point Pickleball Club is going to cater to local players. It's the fastest growing sport in the U.S., they keep telling us.
Everything's the fastest growing sport in the U.S.
It's going to host national tournaments. This facility is well put together. 125,000 square feet.
Man.
What is this, like an Amazon facility? My goodness. More than half the 250,000 square foot warehouse manufacturing building at 350 McCormick Boulevard. It's going to be located off the north side of Bryce Road North, across from the road from the back of the Menard store there on East Broad Street. 38 indoor courts is what Match Point is going to boast. It can only be rivaled by a proposed, so not yet, 50-court facility that is slated to open in Phoenix, Arizona in 2026. So I will say this. It's going to cost them $2.5 million to create Match Point. Oh, and looky here. It's going to include 2 combo paddle and pickleball courts. I don't even know what the hell that is. Golf simulators. That's nice. I like that. Putting areas, locker rooms, a pro shop, and a 2-story restaurant. So we're throwing a little thing for the golf fan in the pickleball facility.
You think golf fans and pickleball fans are the same? They want to share the same space?
I guess if I'm there playing pickleball and I've got my sticks in the trunk and I'm tired of pickleball, or if my friends are playing for a while, I can go catch an hour 18 on the sim.
I just think that's
it's not the
you're painting with too broad of a brush. Hey, you're old, you're white. How about you do some putting too? You like that?
You look like a guy that would like to suck at golf.
How about a brunch? How about an overly garnished Bloody Mary? Can I get one of those for you too? You look like you like one of those things.
Well, I mean, food is, I think, a natural fit here. What I like, though, is I have a problem with all of the facilities around town that we are paying our hard-earned dollar to be members of a club. And when I'm paying to be a member at a facility that has an indoor basketball court or 2 indoor basketball courts, maybe I might like to shoot hoops. Maybe there's an expectation when that court's not reserved for like youth sports or certain things.
Didn't we determine this, Teddy, that there's actually a place out there called like Just Hoops where it's just basketball? You don't have to be bothered with the pickleball people.
I know, but why would I take a basketball court that has basketball lines, hoops, and a hardwood floor? It is designed and made for basketball.
But these,
instead of just building
places,
some outdoor pickleball courts.
They're in the business of
play.
supply and demand. More people want to play pickleball, they transform into pickleball.
Yeah.
If all of a sudden McDonald's started selling more Beyond Veggie meat burgers than actual burgers, and guess what? You may like that beef burger, but they're going to put more of the fake stuff on the menu because people want it.
Every time I see that court open for basketball, there's dribbling and shooting and fun going on. Every time. I want to get in there and I want to sink some threes, man.
Go to the Just Hoops place.
The Just Hoops is fine. I don't pay money to go to Just Hoops. I would gladly check them out. If you're listening, Just Hoops, I would check your facility out and see what it's about.
Maybe you and I should open a place. We're always hearing about other people opening stuff.
Man,
we got that pole. We got cachet.
I would build you the best.
What would we have?
I would have the most extreme basketball facility that you could even shake a stick at.
First of all, would it be exclusive membership? Are we going to be standing outside? If we don't like the likes of you, you can't come in? I don't like the way you smell. Get out of here.
What do you think?
That shirt sucks. You're too fat to wear that. Go.
We could put people direct. Can we have a jail cell?
Put some
at
deodorant
the facility?
on. Get out of here.
Yeah, let's do it like that. So what we're going to have is we're going to have a bank of 25 Hoop Fever machines. Just a big old bank of Hoop Fever machines.
All right.
We're going to run contests on those all day long.
What about a court? We're
going to make sure they're serviced.
What are we going to do?
Oh, we're going to have lots of courts. Court space is not going to be the issue. The only question is how many do we put in? Do we need 8? 8 regulation-sized courts? And then...
What about people who just want to do half court?
And then we'll have some half courts. We'll have some that are dedicated to that.
Inside, outside.
And then for the fun, we're going to have other official goals that are not even full half courts, but we'll have free throw competitions. So we'll have a couple setups there for free throws. So we can work on our certain skills. We'll have little setups there that are for passing.
How about this?
Where we've got little holes with nets in them.
Why?
Like you can pass the ball to Steph Curry. He's there opening his hands and there's a net there. Throw the ball in.
The golf clubs that have golf pros. Why can't we have a basketball pro?
We will have teaching pros. We'll get Jay Burson.
Hello?
Yeah. Learn to shoot like me. Don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I'm going to punch you right in the sack.
I messed up.
Don't do my J.
Evan Turner can be there too.
Oh.
Try to be awesome like me. Player of the year, mofo.
How do I get that athleticism, Evan?
You're born with it.
I can't work up to it.
Scooney
Penn could be there.
A lot of former Buckeyes make this their home.
Get the Holt Man.
Terrence, Holt Man's in Chicago.
Oh, when this DePaul thing ends, he's going to come back.
It'll flame out.
He's going to...
It'll go
a couple more years.
He's not coming back here.
No, he can't come back. He hates us. No. We're bad, man. Bad.
OSU football is scared of me and Timmy. I'm going to tell you why coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
There's a bit of a slowdown due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of westbound 70 on the west side after 270. And we've got a couple-minute delay on westbound 670 from Grandview Avenue to I-70. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. A slice of paradise on Lake Erie for any getaway or retreat. Put-in-Bay awaits with dining, Crystal Cave, Heinemann Winery, and Perry's Memorial. Start planning at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
It always seems to happen at the worst time. You're finally in bed after a long, hard day, and then you hear it. You sit up, heart sinking. Is that coming from the ceiling? All of a sudden, it's a middle of the night flashlight hunt to find the leak. But don't worry, Newman Roofing has you covered, literally. With more than 3 decades in the business, we've seen just about everything a storm can throw at a roof. Our teams know how to spot the problem, explain your options, and fix it right the first time, with craftsmanship and care you can feel good about. We're not just here for a quick patch job, and we never will be. We're here to make sure your home stays protected season after season. So when it comes to your roofing, siding, or gutter needs, choose the company you can trust, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and so are the summer savings at RCD RV. Don't miss RCD RV's summer kickoff sale running June 7th through the 21st. New RVs starting as low as $12,995. Now's the time to make a splash this summer. Hurry in. Those deals will not last long. Find unbeatable savings, unforgettable fun, and everything you need to hit the road at rcdrv.com. Visit our locations, Delaware, Heath, and Pataskala, or shop online anytime at rcdrv.com. Common
Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
All right, it's Go to Jail Friday. This from the burner phone. Lowe's can go to jail. What a scam. If you find a lower price somewhere else, we'll match it. In other words, we're going to intentionally mark everything up, then make you go out of your way to do the research of finding a better price, be the douche that has to bring it up to an employee, and then make you have to prove it, for God's sake, before we bring the price down to where it already should have been. What a great deal.
No, that's
go
good.
To jail.
That's good. Jail time. How much? Maybe a year. Year jail time for Lowe's.
I mean, do we know that they're raising the prices? We don't know that.
There's a lot of corporate greed that exists, though. I'm sure that's part of it. 1 year.
What is this?
I got one here.
Common Man needs to go straight to jail for using guacamole with Cape Cods. Have you tried it? I didn't think it was good until I tried it.
Are you supposed to be yelling back?
Yes.
I'm
the judge.
That's true. We're both the judges here. We decide.
You know what I say? No jail for myself, and this guy goes to jail for not even trying the Cape Cod with the guacamole. I, too, was once like you, ignorant.
I mean, you did preface it by saying that you wouldn't think that this would be good.
I didn't think.
You started out by saying that it's not the normal thing that you would use.
We had some
in
avocados
guacamole.
that were going to turn. I wasn't going to be an animal and just throw it in the trash. It's wasting food. I hate doing that. So we made up some guacamole. All we had were Cape Cods. And you know what? They were delicious.
Honestly, the reason that I think that's not that bad of a move is because the reason that I struggle with a Cape Cod chip is because of how stiff, how tough it is. It's like a rock. So when you dip that chip into the guac, if you do that with like a Lay's, or if you try to do that with a wavy lay, that thing's going to bust right apart. I got no confidence in that chip. It'll break in half. The Cape Cod chip, that's going to hold that
Substance.
guac.
Quentin says, I'm sending the people at my local Popeyes to jail. I order my usual 5-piece meal with their black and ranch usual, only to open the bag and be greeted with 3 medium fries and no chicken. I get that the chicken can be busy, but this is ridiculous. The kitchen can be busy. I say minimum 20 years. Hashtag GTJ.
GTJ.
Look,
at least we got a hashtag going.
I think that it's almost like, I'm going to make a really bad T-bone analogy.
Yeah.
We keep going back to a blind person to cut our hair, expecting different results.
It's on us.
You know, I told you, I once went to Popeyes and got a chicken sandwich that was just a bun, sauce, and pickles. They had no chicken between the buns.
Oops. It's an honest mistake,
I
really.
keep going back because I likes the chicken. It's good.
You can't stay away.
But you also have to sort of expect Popeyes to screw up your order, and you have to check before you leave.
Isn't that where the whole what's in the bag developed? Aren't they the ones that kind of brought that along?
Developed.
Let me give you one from Chip Dip.
Yep.
My guys, I asked
Hold on.
Mrs.
Did he say my guys?
My
If
guys?
he said my guys, you got to give me a second.
I didn't know you were ready for it.
God gave me big hands and a strong grip.
I'm still going to play you something if you want to do a little my guys or a little greeting.
Absolutely,
It doesn't
everybody.
die, even though Tim's here, and I wish he wasn't.
Do not forget about that. I asked Mrs. Chip Dip to renounce sprinkles in solidarity with you, the common man.
Hate sprinkles.
And she refused because Mrs. Chip Dip, smart lady, smart gal, she likes them. Teddy likes them. We likes them. I was thinking a week on the couch or 3 HJs, but I'll let you decide her sentence. Hashtag GTJ.
I'll tell you what, that would be punishment from my wife.
Just leave me alone.
She's got dry skin, hands. Need some moisturizer.
Yes. Yes.
Mess you up.
Yes, you do. That'll cut you.
At work, we have some bathrooms in a shared space. When you lock the bathroom door, you can see from the outside a little locked indicator that is red. When no one's in the restroom, the door is not locked. It's green. I was attempting to use the restroom the other morning with the door locked. I hear some of the cleaning staff outside the door begin to talk. I figured they would walk past, seeing the door is locked. Should have been marked red on the outside. However, they knocked on the door. I responded back with a hello. Yes, I'm in here. They knocked a second time, and I responded yet again with an I'm in here. It was at that moment that they pulled on the door.
Oh, my God.
I heard them attempt to open it, but it stopped because I had locked the door. I thought that was it and finished taking care of business. 2 minutes later, when I exited the bathroom, not one but 2 of the cleaning staff were standing outside the door waiting for me to finish. Straight to jail, automatic 10-year minimum bid. Look, Teddy has made excuses in the past for the cleaning crew. Right? Remember this, Ted? We had the cleaning lady that could not hear.
Yeah.
And one day I'm doing the radio show.
She just barges into the studio.
Walks right in and starts emptying the trash.
Know?
And I pointed.
There's
like,
a light.
I pointed this out. That's what I said. And man, she's deaf. Is she blind too? Even if this janitorial staff, maybe English is not their forte. Let them live. Okay. You still understand the proper decorum.
You understand noises
when you
from
know
someone's in a bathroom.
crapping. All right, I'm not going up to somebody and knocking on the door, even if I don't know what a key means. I know there's someone in there.
A key? Yes. See.
Okay.
Look, here.
Finish up.
Bueno.
I'm not just going to stare at you when you leave, too.
Yes. I made the mistake the other day of not locking the door, and I realized it the second that I started to go. And I had
door at home?
No, here at work. I made the mistake of not locking it. And I was terrified.
You went down here?
Yes.
Jail.
Yeah.
You took a crap down here.
No. I was going to little pee-pee. That's all.
Pee-pee's fine.
No, but I didn't lock the door. That's what I'm saying is on me. And so while I started to go, I stopped and I sort of like backed up, making sure that nothing would be in view to anyone that surprisingly opened the door. I quickly, I freaked out. I was going like, oh my God, stopped, back walked to the door and click and locked it.
Teddy does not.
Safe and sound.
Teddy walks right in. By the way, has anybody said anything about the little present that I put in the bathroom over here?
Which bathroom did you put? Did you put it in
the side bathroom?
Oh, did you?
Because I didn't see it in there.
I put it in there.
Did you
the
put
life-size Dr. Barry
I was in there
cutout.
a little bit ago, and I didn't see it in there.
Where is it? Where'd it go?
Maybe I didn't even pay attention to it, man.
You would notice a life-size Dr. Barry in the bathroom.
Oh, somebody took it out then.
Is he in view if you're facing the toilet or if you're sitting on the toilet?
It's a small bathroom. You just
see him.
You open the door and it's right there.
He's waiting. He's right by the paper
Mikey,
towels.
take a look at this. Keep it on the seat.
Yeah.
And OSU football's scared of me and Timmy because I saw them posting on social media today that they have at the Woody a ping pong tournament that is occurring between players and staff.
We know the reason.
I know we weren't invited.
We know the reason why they're having this, too, is because Ryan Day he was going to get a shot at you. You guys were in the middle of the segment still while they were about to leave. And Ryan Day got a shot at me. And he did not win. He put up a good fight.
That's fine.
And look, I'm sure he was a little colder than I am because I get some reps in multiple times a day.
I'll go on your home turf. You bring me in there. I'll play on your table. I have not seen the table. I have not played on it before. I will come in cold. I was told by people over there that I have an invitation, but I want an actual invitation. I want you to actually say, come on in on this date and time. I'm not just going to show up and knock on the door and say, can I play some ping pong with you now?
No, that's embarrassing.
Yes.
Who would do that?
You're scared is what's going on. You're
given
scared.
a time to play. I think it'd be nice to at least get a seed line in the tournament, right?
Put me up against your best.
Over here.
Who do you think's really good over there? Who's got that look to him? Arvell Reese? Look at him.
I don't know if Arvell Reese is crazy.
He doesn't even have a paddle.
Table.
He just hits the ball with his nipples.
He would throw you through the ping pong table. I don't know if he's big into playing. I would have said he's gone now, but I would bet my house that Emeka is a killer at ping pong. Emeka Ibuka. He plays the ping pong. It's fantastic. Beautiful. Beautiful. This ain't one of them.
I wasn't going to say that. You had your headphones on like you wanted to say
something. I was going to say Lincoln, I bet is really good because he's an athlete, every sport
guy.
So I
USA
bet,
Today National Athlete of the Year.
I bet he's the guy.
Keen holes. Julian saying hand-eye coordination. Crack quarterback. Good on the ping pong table. You're really deep in thought over there.
I mean, I'm thinking the guys who use their hands on a more regular basis for the catching is what I mean.
You look like a guy that loves catching.
That really likes to catch.
You like catching and holding things.
You know, they're used to juking.
And, running and lateral quickness.
Pivoting,
route running,
turning
pivoting.
on a dime. There's a lot of that in ping pong.
Plant burst.
People think ping pong's easy. It's not easy.
Oh, you got to be athletic. We were playing some games today. I finally got you in the rubber match there. Tyvis Powell watched it. He's my good luck charm.
If Tyvis is watching me, then I'd lose.
Uh-huh.
There's something about him staring at me when I'm playing. I can hear him breathing.
It's bad, man.
Mess you up. All right, back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got traffic slowing down on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 33. And there's just a couple-minute delay on eastbound 33 between Hamilton Road and Bixby Road. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, leaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Stay hydrated. It's hot out there. So my teenage son just went out in sweatpants and a hoodie. It's 98 degrees. At least I know he'll be cool in our house, thanks to Atlas Butler. If something goes wrong, they'll fix it within 24 hours. They call it their comfort pledge. Get too hot?
My phone.
Oh, your phone. Should have known.
Atlas Butler is at your service. Call 1-800-FURNACE.
Talking about guns might not always feel comfortable, but it could save a life. Asking safety questions before a play date, like do you have pets, a pool, are there any unlocked guns in the home, can help keep kids safe. Learn more at agreetoagree.org. Brought to you by Ohio Health and the Ad Council.
The Roofing Guys are your locally owned, trusted family business right here in Central Ohio. They've been hammering quality and service through the roof for over 25 years, offering professional services in roofing, siding, gutters, and more. Contact them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
You had a solid retirement dream. Sell your home in a few years, bank the equity, downsize, and travel. But with an unpredictable economy and the future feeling uncertain, you're wondering if that equity will still be there when you're ready. What if you could bank that equity right now? With Truehold, you can sell your home for its current value, so you can access your equity today. You can bank the cash now and stay in the home you love with an easy standard lease. Truehold even covers property taxes, insurance, and repairs. And since Truehold hands over your equity in cash now, it's yours to do whatever you'd like. Don't let a shifting economy put your hard-earned equity at risk. Visit Truehold.com and receive their competitive offer on your home in just 48 hours, based on its current value, not what's coming. Call 1-855-300-9993 or visit Truehold.com. The smarter, faster way to cash out on your home's value without moving. That's Truehold.com.
Hi, I'm Mandy. I'm one of the at-home coaches with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Honestly, I think the thing I hear the most is I didn't realize how easy it was. That first weekly they come in, they're like, oh my gosh, I already noticed that I'm not as bloated in my face or in my abdomen, or I've been sleeping better. I've been waking up with so much more energy. I don't need my coffee throughout the day. They're coming in a month or two later and they're like, hey, like my daughter said I need to lower my meds. I'm losing a ton of inches on my waist. I'm buying new pant sizes. And we're looking at the scale. And we're like, yeah, your visceral fat's down again. That's fantastic. And we're celebrating all of these wins. And then we talk about, okay, next step. Let's talk about how to maintain it. This isn't over. This is just the next stage. That's what your health coach is there for.
Thanks, Mandy. This is Scotty Vegas. Easy weight loss with results that actually last. With Awaken 180 Weight Loss, you will succeed and you'll enjoy the process. Online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Did you know that the ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy? And did you know that man shaves his pits? True story.
Listen weekdays at 3.
The Fan.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Oh, if the YouTube feed was on during the break.
Oh, boy.
We'd all be fired.
Hey, you didn't say anything about my outfit today. I thought I had a nice, clean outfit. I had my Pebble Beach attire on today.
Mm-hmm.
One of my favorite trips that I ever took. Those of you guys watching on YouTube, I've got a quarter zip. I'm a golf guy, so I've got a lot of quarter zips. Like, there was a sickness for a while, and then we started to kind of go around the merry-go-round, and then we're wearing, you know, satin jackets again, and then track suits come into the fray.
We'll get
leather
there.
jackets.
It doesn't mean the other fashion has to die.
No, it doesn't have to die. And I was telling you about my guy, Ludwig Oberg. I wanted to check on how he was doing today. I don't think he was doing that well. He's at the RBC Canadian Open. But he is an Adidas guy. And I always, like, I know Nike's the king, and they're always going to be the king, but I loved Adidas growing up. Who didn't love to have, you know, a few pairs of Adidas shoes, have an Adidas track jacket? I had T-shirts and basketball shorts.
See, that was reserved for the soccer people.
I like the
soccer
golf
people
gear.
had that market covered. I felt like if I wore that stuff, I'd be a poser.
You
so
felt that way?
So I didn't touch the Adidas. I left that to them.
Even just getting a pair of like the low top shoes.
No, I felt like
a soccer player.
I'm telling you, in my school, it was very regimented. It was
wrong.
it was segregated almost. Not good.
If you wore those shoes, the soccer guys were going to stuff you into a locker.
I'm just saying, they'd look at me and say, "Who the hell are you trying to be?" And they'd be right. They'd be right.
You know what I realized though? Can you see this disgusting stain? I've got this beautiful pearl white Adidas Pebble Beach quarter zip.
You need
And as I was steaming it today, using
bleach.
Adam King's steamer, this disgusting yellow stain appears. It was there before.
I don't know how that happened. Did you pee on it?
I peed on my quarter zip?
I don't. Your son is just vomiting in the household willy-nilly. Maybe some splattered on the quarter zip.
He's got a problem. I guess he's a little sicky, though, so there's a reason for the vomiting. It's not just involuntary and I passed a gene down to him. He's not feeling too well. But no, I'm concerned. I need to get at this with the spray and wash. I mean, the minute that I get home, this puppy's coming off. I'm going to soak it in the spray and wash.
Go back to Ross and get a new one.
Whoa. That's bad. What a horrible thing to say. Why do you say that? We're going to leave on Friday with a comment like that? You know I love this quarter.
I know you do. I'm sorry.
It's a nice one, too.
Hey, Teddy, can I tell you something?
Tell me.
This ain't one of them.
No, it's not.
What are you doing this weekend, Teddy?
Nothing.
All right, thanks. What are you doing this weekend, Timmy?
I'm playing golf tomorrow. I'm hoping to actually shoot a score because I sucked the last time I played.
Who are you playing with?
I'm playing with a good buddy, Jim, and some of his friends. Jim, I became friends with a couple years ago. He's a good, fine listener of the station.
I've never met
He's
these
not
people.
crazy.
I think you make them all up.
He's the anesthesiologist. And they're big Cleveland sports fans. I met him and his dad, played at the club there a couple years ago. He's better than I am. I actually saw him on TV at the Masters. I did.
Did you submit for the lottery?
No, I didn't. Dear
Why?
God, I know. It's only June 6th. I'm good.
I know, but all you do is complain.
I know.
I never get chosen for the Masters. Did you submit? No. Forgot. Man, these taxes are high. Did you vote? No.
That's
No,
crap.
forgot
That's
to
a
vote.
bunch of crap.
I was busy.
I got the whole month to do it, okay? I'm going to submit. I appreciate the reminder, though.
Can you only do it once?
I believe it's per address. I think we talked about this. So, yeah, I can only do it once. My dad's going to do it.
All right, I'm going to do it.
I'm hoping you do it.
I'm going to do it. Teddy's going to do it.
Teddy, will you get in the lottery, for God's sakes?
Sure, why not?
Wouldn't you go?
No,
Would you
Teddy's
do
gonna go.
anything?
Teddy's not going anywhere.
I don't know if I can take the time off to go down there.
Time off?
This is why Teddy and I are friends. You don't want to go anywhere.
2 days. Take a Thursday, Friday.
No, he's
what's
not
the
going.
deal?
Teddy, don't listen to him. Not even a direct. Can't get a direct down there. It's a pain in the ass.
It's terrible.
Jesus.
Going to Augusta. Who's going there?
Well, I'd drive down there. I wouldn't fly.
What about the gnomes? We got to try to get the gnomes.
What gnomes?
The gnomes. They're the thing down there. You buy a gnome, you turn around and sell it on eBay for $8,000, and then they'll ban you for life. But at least
who's buying a gnome for $8,000?
They became,
Get the hell out of here.
They became the thing. I don't know.
Go to jail.
There's like
you
50
spend
of them.
$8,000 on a gnome.
Maybe
Get
so.
the hell out of here.
Maybe so, but I won't be in jail. If I get that $8,000, I'll have bail.
The Back Page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Timmy's a little worried here. We've got a situation with Terry McLaurin. We got a Terry McLaurin
I know
situation.
Terry, ouchie.
With the
Ouchie
Washington Commanders. No, Terry not so much ouchie. Terry mad.
No, that's right. He's
Terry
mad.
angry.
He wants the contract.
Terry wants some money. Albert Breer, who I know has been on this station a ton in the past. He's an Ohio State alum, has covered the NFL for a long, long time. He was on the DC station, 106.7 The Fan. And Terry McLaurin's holding out right now. And I think for Commander fans like myself, we've known what a pillar of the organization he's been. The immediate reaction would be to not be so concerned.
It's OTAs.
It's OTAs. It's the offseason because
He's a
you
good,
think
clean boy.
Yes.
He'll show up to training camp.
He's been there through everything. He's been there when they were the Redskins, when they were still owned by Dan Snyder, when the rep of this organization was not so good. And he's had to play with a lot of subpar quarterbacks. He finally has this year where you got Jaden Daniels throwing you the ball. What is he? Second team All-Pro, Pro Bowler, 13 touchdown catches, over 1,000 yards. I think he's had 1,000 or more yards every year he's been in the league outside of the first one.
Despite playing with crap.
For
most of that time.
with crap. But the more I keep reading about this and the contract situation and how much he wants a new deal, people are getting a little concerned.
He'll be all right.
Breer said, I don't think it's in a great place right now. If you ask me where this is, and I think it's, I hate to say, normal course of things, but I do think to some degree things are going to get bumpy right here. So his market would be really interesting, right? Because I want
they're not moving him.
No.
They're not moving him.
No, and people are all of a sudden trying to make, trade possibilities with Terry McLaurin.
They're not moving him.
It would be a terrible idea. You brought in Deebo Samuel. You don't know what Deebo Samuel is going to be for the next 3 or 4 years with his ouchiness. Terry McLaurin is such a steady player, and he's a team guy. He has been the face of the franchise. And only until a guy like Jaden Daniels came in is he not. But I hope things cool out there and they make Terry McLaurin happy.
Timmy?
Man, have a good weekend.
Teddy, have a good weekend. All the listeners out there, have a fantastic weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to find traffic is a little slow on westbound 270 on the North Outer Belt between 23 and 315. And we have got a couple-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between 270 and Bryce Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Spring showers revealing roofing or siding issues? Trust the pros at Newman Roofing for expert care, white glove service, and quality you can count on. Schedule your estimate today and take advantage of special financing options. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Join the G&J Pepsi team. G&J Pepsi is a family-owned company. Learn more about our company and open positions at our hiring event. Our HR team will be on site Monday, June 9th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at 6939 Americana Parkway in Reynoldsburg. We're hiring full-time and part-time merchandisers to service the greater Columbus area. Interviews and job offers given on the spot. All positions offer competitive wages and benefits. Visit gjpepsi.com/careers for more info. Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, you can choose from top brands like Bennington, South Bay, Crown Line, and more. Buckeye Lake Marina has it all. Pontoon boats, luxury tri-toon boats, even merch. Open 7 days a week to serve you better. Find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. Visit BuckeyeLakeMarina.com today for all your on-the-water needs. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
Today, June 6th, is of course a pivotal date in American history when back in 1944, U.S. forces as part of the Allied forces in Europe invaded France and began the conquest of Hitler and Germany on what was to become known as D-Day. As you can imagine, in that era of radio, nearly all U.S. citizens were focused on their radio sets following the news of the invasion as the day wore on. And for one of the few times in U.S. history, all baseball games were postponed. The Reds were scheduled to play the Pirates in Pittsburgh on that June 6th, but President Roosevelt urged all Americans to spend the day in prayer, and so no games on this June 6, 1944, a day for reflection on this date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. That's cars with a K. Your car can be picked up as soon as the next day. Receive a tax deduction and vacation voucher.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Hi, I'm Bob Capace from Worthington Jewelers.
And I'm his very overpaid celebrity endorser, Common Man. Bob, I heard somewhere, actually from you many, many times, that Worthington Jewelers is where Columbus gets engaged.
It's too bad you and Timmy can't engage the audience.
Good zing, Bob.
If you're thinking of popping the question, there's only one place to go.
Worthington Jewelers on High Street in Worthington. WorthingtonJewelers.com. Tell them Common Man sent you.
I'm back to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet Store.
Don't let bad feet stop you from being active and getting healthy this year. Trade in your bad feet for good feet at the Good Feet store.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.